right, we're here. Hey, internet, we're back. Hey, it's Lines in the Lies. This is a D&D doing it live thingamajigger. Some would call it an actual play, but I don't like calling it that anymore because I want to be different, you know? Hey,
We're
hey,
special.
I'm that Magic Juice, your
Fighting
host,
system.
GM, Cat Wrangler for the day. We're gonna go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves and our characters, recap what happened last time, and then get right back into it. So, Ash, you're back. Let's start with you.
Hi, it's me. I'm back. Hi, I'm Ash. I go by Ash and Rabbit here on Twitch and all over the internet, well, and YouTube as well. I guess just the internet in general. I play Pumpkin, the Kenku Fey Wanderer Ranger. Just a little mimic bird is what she is. That's her gig. I'll pass it over to Andrea.
Hello, I am Andrea, aka Glassy Woodtown, and I'm playing Alaska Jane. She is the opposite of Indiana Jones. She is a paladin for Ioun, and she's just happy to be here. I believe I pass it over to Logan.
Hi, I'm Logan. I go by Nerdwardo on internet places. I'm playing Taz and Kabar, the Clockwork Soul socio-anarchist sorcerer, and then maybe with a little bit of something extra now in this level up.
Ooh.
And then I'll pass that over to Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Bostet Campbell, the Tabaxi fighter bard. And yeah, she's happy being with her family, but now she's stuck with all of you people.
Damn.
Wow, woof, okay.
So yeah, she's figured it all out, but she's happy to be here, I guess. So now I'm gonna pass it on over to Vic.
Hi, I'm Vic. I play Odysseia, who is a bard, cleric, librarian. She is here to know things, and she doesn't have a god. She does have a library, and yeah, she's just trying to figure her life out post grad school, basically.
All right, excellent. Okay. Our last session was juicy.
Mhm.
Oh, what? Wait.
And that
No,
was
I
it.
lost it. Sorry.
Hmm?
I was saying that was it. Our last session was juicy, and that was
Our
it.
last session was
And
juicy.
scene, yeah.
And go.
Wrap.
No, okay, we're just gonna do this one because it's pretty.
Ooh.
It's some music to set the mood. Okay, so last time we figured out that our magically being teleported to this mysterious place was the result of a botched wish spell that the 3 legendary wizards had attempted to stop Vecna from doing his remake everything scheme. So they failed. We know we are now with Mordenkainen, Tasha, and Illustrial Silverhand. We know that Tasha is... Oh, wait. Is it only Bastet that knows this about Tasha?
Knows
She
what?
said it around all of us, kind of, but we didn't get it.
Yeah,
I think.
she when I approached her, it was in front of the entire group that
But
she
the
was
conversation
like,
was one-on-one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back in like a bedroom.
Yeah.
well, no, the original conversation of like, I don't know you, and I'm like, bitch, you've been to my house. And she was
That-
like,
that
I don't
happened
know
in-
you.
That
Okay,
happened in front of people, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I named my daughter after you." Like, happened somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's make sure we're all on the same page on that. All of you are aware of Tasha being here, but Bastet is the only one who is aware that this is Tasha from a different time. This is actually Tasha from the past. So that detail was one-on-one with Bastet. What else? There's a ton of stuff that we talked about, learned, and the game plan moving forward. So I'm just gonna go through my bullet point list, and if there's anything I'm missing or you guys want to add or correct, let me know. The wizards believe that your link to Vecna, combined with their botched wish, at least partially explain why you were shunted here. That's at least the running theory, and nobody has any, in character, nobody has any good reason to believe otherwise. Their backup plan is now in flight. Down a little bit. The backup plan was basically to find a legendary item, or series of items, I guess, called the Rod of Seven Parts. It seems that to them that the answer to their wish wasn't what they expected, and now you are basically charged with finding these parts. Their running theory is maybe they didn't completely fail at the wish spell, and maybe you arriving here and now becoming part of the scheme is actually the answer to the wish. The wizards are confident they can at least find the first piece, and know that after finding it, you'll be able to easily find others, because a property of the pieces of the rod are that they will lead you to the other pieces. What else? Generally speaking, the wizards can also help with supplies and goods within their capabilities. You only need ask to see what they can do. You handed off the Book of Vile Darkness to Illustrial. It is noteworthy that she used levitation magic to take it from you. Nobody touched it. Nothing freaky happened. But this is now new. Alaska has been able to confirm that some items in the bag of holding were destroyed due to the nature of the book rotting physical stuff around it. So we'll get to that whenever you want to, Andrea.
Sure.
And I guess last but certainly not least, the wizards have confirmed that you, as far as they know, you have time. This ritual that Vecna is doing is going to take, it could take weeks, it could take months. They're still working on confirming that, but finding these pieces of the rod and figuring out how to properly use it to thwart the ritual, you have time. So the choice is yours what to do next, whether that's go immediately to the first place that the wizards identify for a piece, or to go back to Neverwinter and handle unfinished business with Lord Neverember and or the last missing person that had been kidnapped and is probably within those catacombs. Visit people and handle business in your personal accounts. The world is your oyster at this point. Is there anything you guys want to add or that I missed?
Dreamy things.
Dreamy things. Yes, dreamy
Yes.
things
Oh, yeah.
happened.
That happened.
Well, yeah. So, boss passed out again. And other people got hit with stuff. Did anybody new get hit with something?
No, it's just the three of us.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So a dream thing happened to 3 of you, right?
Yes.
Yes. And then there was more for Kazan, but that is
Right.
over the table. We know that. In character.
And Alaska.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
3. That was the 3 of us.
That
I
was the
accidentally
3.
I freaked out and I punched it in the throat, and it's mine now.
That's yours.
That's how that works.
That's how that works. so-
Terrifying.
And
Yeah.
now there's a thing on my sheet that I know about, and I don't know what to do with. So yeah,
You just have a pit fiend as like a mount now.
It's-
Crazy.
what it says is insane, and I also make jokes because I clocked it immediately as we were as the effects started happening to us. I was rewatching this and was like, oh, and then I was right. But yeah, I have it now. It's mine now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it is entirely up to you whether you want to talk about it or not.
I don't. Well, I think. Is there anything else we want to talk about? Maybe what is going to happen the next morning? Yet, i.e., the fight that we had as a team.
So are we in character now, or are we still kind of talking over the table? Workshop.
I would like, before we jump in, to just because Ash wasn't at our last session. Just
Yeah.
do we have before we jump in, like anything about how Pumpkin reacted to
All of
what
it.
we were up to, all of it.
Yeah.
And I would love to know, did you land in your own room, or did you decide to go into a room?
Good question. Pumpkin would have tried to find her own space somewhere higher up, and in watch of both of their rooms, regardless of how far away either of them were. If they were like around the corner from one another or whatever, she would have just find a little roost just to watch both of them at the same time. And then in media res of the argument that Bast and Odysseia had, she would have mostly been quiet, obviously, kind of just absorbing information, but you would notice her kind of tilting her head, and that's usually an indication that she was listening and trying to absorb information. So she was watching and waiting, but didn't say anything.
Okay.
Great.
Real quick, Logan, sorry, are you able to tilt your camera down just a smidge?
Like this.
Perfect. Yes, thank you. Sorry, continue.
Good.
All right. Well, considering Bost was the first one asleep and slept so hard.
I was gonna say, do you think you would have slept in? Because I thought that Alaska would have been like freaked out by the dream, woke up immediately, worked out, went downstairs.
Yeah, like should I roll to see how
How heavy you
hard?
sleep?
Yeah, how hard and heavy I slept, because
Um,
I failed that roll.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Right.
Like I got like a 7.
Yep, you basically succumbed to the
Yeah.
sleep, as it were. This is for the thing mechanically that's happening. I'm not going to require a roll, but if you want to roll for something, we can definitely make that happen. Or if you just want to role play like you hard slept in, I say go for it.
Well, I guess I want to know where everyone else is when I wake up.
Okay, so let's establish this. As a reminder for all of you, and Ash, I think you said you watched the VOD, so just a reminder in general. This place is basically, think like Room of Requirement, but it's an entire building. So if everybody wanted their own room, they would be available. If anybody wanted to like share a room with separate beds, that's available. So what would have been everybody's preference for turning in for the night? Sounds like Pumpkin was kind of on her own.
I would say probably all our own rooms.
Okay. If nobody disagrees, then for Bost, like you wake up in the morning and you know that everybody is kind of in their own spaces. So, and everybody's in the same boat. You wake in the morning rested. All the things that happened, and you are aware that everybody's kind of in their own rooms starting the morning.
Sure. But I wouldn't know which room anyone is in because
You were the first.
fucking dipped.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, cool. Bost is gonna leave her room for the first time since all morning. Or like all evening. Is that a bathroom? Where did I go?
What?
I went through a
Oh,
door.
I wasn't looking.
I went through a door and it's just a tiny room.
Hang on, I gotta find
It's a
you.
closet.
And there's no door
From the
in the
broom
tiny
closet.
room.
Oh yeah, it's the bathroom.
Cool.
Here's the door.
Okay.
There just is a bathroom.
Yeah.
The map has a bathroom.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
roleplay pooping.
Yeah.
I
So
I
wait,
say that.
where's
I know
my-
that happens a lot. in your
Where's
other
my door
campaign.
door?
It's here. I'll move you.
Okay. I was like, there's no other door.
There we go.
Cool. Wait. How do I get out? I like literally my entire screen is black besides that.
There you are.
Okay. So
I don't think any of us have moved since last night, so I think if we want to do it, just like I think Alaska would wake up early because she was probably freaked out by what happened in her dream, and so she probably doesn't stay in her room and like starts to get going on the day.
Okay.
I don't know how much everybody else sleeps in, but Alaska's a go-getter.
Yeah,
Generally speaking, the 3 wizards, by the way, are also up early
Sure.
and like conversating at the desks here.
I mean, Odysseia only trances for 4 hours, and she may have stayed up late, but she definitely didn't like trance in or anything. She stayed up late, tranced exactly 4 hours to get her rest, and then was like, "I am back to the library, bitches. Goodbye."
Okay.
And Kaz would also probably wake up a little bit earlier.
Try out all your new shit you weren't gonna tell us about.
Huh?
You gonna tell us
So
about
try
that?
out all your new shit you're not gonna tell us about.
No. What do you mean? Nothing happened, actually.
Yeah, I know. I don't know
Well,
shit.
I'm
So
just a little thirsty.
What does that
So,
mean?
I mean, it means we've been around hot people and twinks the whole time. Who's not thirsty right now?
That's exactly what I mean.
Jesus.
So she's gonna go down to this group and just say, good morning. Apologies again for my outburst last night. Has anyone seen Odysseia this morning?
Like Alaska's doing squats and she just points over to the books.
Thank you. And
No problem.
so
Alaska's doing full burpees. Just a tiny, tiny halfling doing burpees.
Just teeny tiny
So
burpees.
cute.
Yep.
so yeah, she's gonna make her way over. Gotta move the map because I can't see that side. And I'm gonna make my way over to Odysseia. Odysseia, dear, may we speak?
Of course. Good morning.
Good morning. I have apologized to the rest of the group. I do feel that you are owed an apology as well.
As much as I continue, I'm so sorry.
The outburst that I had came from fear and sadness. And I know that you're trying to do what's best for everyone in this group. But my loyalty will always lie with my family. And Pumpkin is my family. And if anything happens to that beautiful, beautiful child, I will be a fierce contender.
I appreciate that you feel the need to give an apology, but words spoken in anger are often spoken in truth. And it is always good to remember that sometimes families are extended, and you're not the only one who cares. I appreciate your words. I have stocked sending, so we can contact your husband when we return to the material plane.
My hope is that we can move past this. Because clearly, we're all here now, and we're all sort of stuck.
Yes.
I'm
we're
not
all
sure. I'm not
trapped with this
sure.
curse. I'm sorry,
Right.
continue.
I'm not sure what it is you have to go home to. But I have a lot of priorities and a lot of people to consider outside of myself. And I can't always just do things that I want to do on a whim, which is why I do need to go home and just check in and let my family know that this is much bigger than any of us anticipated it was going to be. And I need to do that because if I don't, it's disrespectful to them and it's disrespectful to me.
I will say, Ms. Campbell, that it is interesting that you feel the need to blame me for things beyond all of our control and act as though I would have any problem with you returning home and checking in with your family. I appreciate that you have come and given me this apology, and I hope that we can move past this. But I'm not a child. I think Odysseus is going to go find a different area and continue reading.
Have a good day, Odysseus.
We will be back on the material plane soon.
And I go find the rest of the group.
Peace.
Okay.
While that is happening, all clandestine and over there, I'm gonna ask. Alaska's gonna stop her workout and go talk to Mordenkainen and be like, "Hey, good morning. I know you gave us those sending stones that go like clickety click back to each other. For you guys have one and we have one. Any chance you have a second set so that I can kind of quell some of this talking to the family that we could pass along maybe to Boston the fam?" You said they had like a magical thing that they could work across planes for sure. Since we're gonna be doing some traveling.
They were all glittery.
Yep. He's going to happily welcome the interruption to their conversation and say, well, we only had the one pair, but given some time we can make another. A few days perhaps.
Fabulous. I'm sure we'll be kicking around in Neverwinter for at least that long before we come back. So we will pick them up then. We will do another handoff in some fashion, and then we will have them. Thank you. Or nope. Yes. This is what's gonna happen. Okay, so we're gonna do a bit of a trade-off. We're going to use the two that we have currently. We're going to give one of them to Boss's husband, and then when we will call from that one, we'll be like, "Hey, come get us," and then we'll hand it off to the husband, and then we will take that one, and then we will also have the other set. I promise this makes sense in my mind.
I think I'm following.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. We got it. It's gonna make sense, and then we'll get here, and everything's gonna be fine, and then we won't have to do an extra trip and appreciate, and then she'll just walk away.
Mordenkainen's gonna have a moment where like it looks like he's gonna say something like very well and stuff like that, but then you just kind of like noodle out loud and turn around and go away, and he's just gonna have the. Oh.
Alaska has mastered the wizard self rant.
There you go.
Yeah. I invented the self rant. What are we fucking talking about?
That's true. That's just true.
Pumpkin and Kazan, anything you guys are doing in particular while these two things are happening simultaneously?
Huh?
If not, that's cool. I just didn't want to miss anything.
No, I started thinking about it, and then the roleplay got too good, so I forgot what I was thinking about. Yeah, I don't think Kaz would be doing anything in particular. Probably uh, observing the wizards from a distance, just to see if there's anything that he could, or that they could clock from the conversation that's going on.
Okay. Make a perception check then.
Let's go. Perception. -1.
-1. Ouch.
11.
Uh,
I got 11 for the total.
Okay, so 11's the total.
Incredible.
Yeah, obviously your choice, but you are distracted. Maybe it was from things that happened overnight. Maybe it's just from thinking about the scale of the things that are happening that you're now a part of. Maybe it's the latest institution that you've tried to overthrow. I don't know. But you're distracted. You can basically clock from the wizards that they are actively working on identifying a place. And you'll eventually make a connection to, it's like they're trying to find the first piece of the rod. But that's kind of about it.
And then, yeah, I would just probably be sitting on some furniture in this study area. And that would just be what I'm doing for the morning.
All right. Anything for Pumpkin?
Oh, sorry.
I think she's just trying to acclimate herself to this space, and by that I mean looking for small trinkets that she can attach to her belt.
Excellent. They are
Yeah.
bountiful in
Cool.
this space.
She'll go and find like a couple small little things that might have like a loop or a chain or something attached to it, so that she can like tie some twine in it and get it attached to her belt, and then just go and walk up to these three and just say, Mother would like us to divide these. How shall we? Just asking for permission of like, are these
Nice.
okay? Can I take them?
Now, both for my sake and for the audience's sake, you remind me that you have a list of like pre-curated phrases, right? For Pumpkin.
I do, but I've decided to kind of change things up a little bit.
Okay.
For the most part, I'm going to try and stick to that list because they're phrases that she's heard from Odysseia from Boston along her travels, but I'm
Right.
also finding that to be fairly limiting because I have to like scroll through fucking pages like, what applies here? I don't know. So
Okay.
there's going to be other random shit, but yeah, mostly trying to stick to that.
Right. Well, okay. So whether you stick hard to the list or not, the role play here for Pumpkin is like there's a history, and therefore you have experience, which leads to the things that you actually say,
Yes.
which is awesome and wonderful to experience. Okay. So you're effectively saying you want to take these things.
Yeah,
Right.
she's looking around for Odysseia or Boss to just like act as her translator because they understand the intent of what she says.
Sure.
It's not always going to be 100% straightforward. So she's just like
I
kind
am
of
at the
jostling them.
threshold.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right, we can say that Boss witnesses this, like as you're walking up. And Mordenkainen and Illustrial are both going to look at you and kind of have this very obvious moment of, what did you just say? Without actually saying it. They're kind of like, they look at you and then they look at each other, and it's obvious that they're trying to be polite, but like eventually Mordenkainen will say, I'm sorry, I don't fully understand.
She would like to keep them, if that's all right with you.
Oh.
I need 2 copper for the lot, please. Please, sir.
I think Odyssea's gonna come and be like, "What is happening?" This is fascinating. I love it.
She'll kind of look over to Bost, look down to her belt that's just full of random bullshit.
Yeah.
I kind of figure with her background as a wanderer, not only that, a Fey wanderer, everywhere that she goes, she's trying to find something that will remind her of the place that she's been. So she's like taking in the scenery here and is like, that's a cool little crystal. The fuck is that herb? Like, she just wants something and is asking for permission for any or all of the things that she's gathered.
Ash, roll a d6.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There. A 3.
Okay. Yeah, so Illustrial is going to like walk up to you closer, and take like a good look at the trinkets that you've chosen. Ooh, excuse me. What's your passive insight?
18.
18. Okay. You can tell that she's like, it could be like, oh shoot, what am I trying to say? In a different sense, I guess she could be like checking to see if you grabbed something highly valuable. But this is more of a like, she's just curious about what you're doing, like genuine curiosity. And checks out each of the trinkets you've picked and simply says, of course. And she touches one crystal. What's your passive perception?
Also 18.
You can
Finally. After years of shit perception.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's fucking great.
Okay, you can tell she's trying to hide it, but she essentially casts a spell on one of them.
Oh, okay. Can I tell which one it is?
Yes, I'm gonna say it's a blue crystal.
Blue crystal. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try and like pick it up and like hold it. Shall I give the toy back to the baby?
Awesome.
Like asking if she can keep it or does she need to give it back?
Yeah. Would you like her to give this one back?
No, that is yours to use when you choose and when it is ready.
Ooh.
I'm there now, and I have a passive perception of 23. Do I get to know what happened?
Absolutely. She
Fuck
so I gotta do this.
Delayed blast fireball.
Wow.
Imagine.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay. Odyssea. Does anybody other than Odyssea have a passive perception higher than 20?
Lol. Lamau even.
Lamau even.
Lamau.
Okay.
So fun and French sounding.
Ruffle, I dare say.
Odyssea, you can tell that Illustria essentially casts a spell on this item, and
Mhm.
it is clearly to you, it is coming from a place of like both curiosity and wanting to give more help, and not really like trying to hide it from her companions, but just kind of giving her own personal like, here, take this, wink, like in a playful way. That's how I want to say it.
Okay, cute.
Yeah.
So it's not dangerous. It's just an extra something we can find out later.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Ash, I'm going to send you a message with what that is.
Okay.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
no.
She'll kind of
Arnar.
collect the baubles in her hand. The crystal she'll put into a little pouch on her side, but the other thing she's gonna start like wrapping onto her belt. And how do you pronounce this lady's name? Illustrial?
Illustrial, yes. Illustrial Silverhand.
Okay. She'll look up to her and say, The Raven Queen thanks you for your sacrifice, and then just kind of giggles.
Great.
Excellent.
And I think Bost is gonna smile and do that little, like, you know, when moms like grab their kids' shoulders and just rub them, kind of hugging, so to speak. Like, oh, you're so cute, right? Like, good job, bud, right? Boss is gonna do that sort of thing.
Oh, I have a
Good.
really quick question for Ash over the table, which is
Yeah, what's up? Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin is a name that Bost gave Pumpkin.
Yeah.
But if we know each other from childhood, what is the name that I knew you as a child?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah,
1 second. Hang
we
on.
were talking
Because I
about this.
realized we'd
Hey.
never actually hashed it out.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay, give me 3 seconds.
Looking up bird names.
Yeah, actually.
I could call you Yava.
Ooh.
It's Elvish for fruit.
It's really cute. Now I'm trying to
Or
think
Yell
like
Yava is gourd.
That's fun. That you know what? I kind of like that. Yeah, let's go with
Yell-Yava.
that.
I
Yeah.
think it's Yelyav because I can't speak Elvish very good, but I'm just okay. I'll send it to you 1 second. This is very cute.
Because like Kenkus, they have very strange names. They don't often make sense.
Yeah.
They'll be more like artisan sort of focused, or very direct. I think she had a name from like when she was born, but has always just assumed names from those she grows close to, kind of like the mimicry that she has. She's like, oh, okay, I guess that's my name now.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to think, which of the two did she know first? I feel like she knew Odysseia first.
Mm.
We
and
were
then
because
started-
our
we were
parents hung
childhood
out.
friends.
We were kids.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
You were part of the gifted and talented group in the neighborhood.
We were our moms are friends and we sit next to each other.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, if you noodle on that and send something over. I think as subtly as possible, Odysseia is gonna like message Pumpkin and starting it with the name of that we know each other, that I think she only uses the childhood name in message.
Cute. Okay, so that's how she
Ever.
knows.
So that's because reasons. But so she's just gonna be like, the blue crystal is special. We will if you want me to investigate it later, I can. And it's his thought message, so
Remind me how message works. Can I reply mentally with
yes,
this? Or...
you can. So
Okay.
message is yeah,
I think it's the same
the
as sending where you
reply-
get 25 words.
No. There's no limit to
Oh.
the words. It's just the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Hmm.
So basically, I message you and you can basically message me back.
Okay. Which is funny because with Kenkus, they gather language for speech. I don't think it's the same for like psychic shit. So
Yeah, I think that you can actually just talk to me if I message you.
yeah. Ooh, that's fun. Ooh,
Yes,
okay.
I've been thinking about this.
No,
'Cause
I love
know
it. I
you've
think
been a
that's
little.
great. So okay, so her voice, like her actual true voice, is gonna sound like her speaking in words, but like also in a series of clicks and kind of like little chitter noises and stuff. But we'll mostly say, all right, we'll explore that later then.
Cool. That's all.
Cool. So cute.
Love it.
Psychic.
Okay.
Sam, a little bit ago, it sounded like you wanted to say or do something. Did we completely blow by that, or did you want to pick that up?
A little bit. Well, I was actually so with the dream stuff last night. Did Boss realize that it was something outside of a dream? And is Boss realizing yet that this sleeping thing isn't just because she's not around the kids right now?
I need you to make a
Ooh,
history
it's
check.
so good.
History.
A history check?
Make a history check. There are layers to answering this question.
Yeah.
That's so funny, Sam.
Correct
I-
question.
Again, I just 16.
Wait.
What?
Oh, did
I
it
just
just
put
do
my-
it twice? Or something?
Yeah, it double.
Okay,
So the
16.
first one was 16.
So Boss is how do you do this history lesson in a 101 format? We have over the table, we have talked about the different planes of existence multiple times. In character, Bost is aware of all that. There are a couple dozen different planes of existence, and it's a little bit difficult to over the table like actually conceptualize this, but it would just make innate sense in character. Like there's different planes, but going between them requires like to consciously go between them requires magic in some sense, whether it's like casting very powerful spells or creating very powerful basically gates or items that can take you between them. But it is commonly known enough that traveling between these different places is physically possible. It's much less like over the table in our world where like imagine the concept of heaven and hell. It's near impossible for us to like actually figure out how do you go there. We have our theories and they're very religiously based, but like imagine if I had the right thing in my hand, I could go to heaven right now and then come back. It's a lot like that. All of this is to say, Bost is aware that in a somewhere between a literal and metaphysical sense, when people dream, their consciousness actually goes to a plane of existence called the commonly called the dream realm. It has a different name. I forget it off the top of my head. Off the top of my head. But basically, your consciousness, it doesn't leave you. It just kind of connects to another plane of existence. And Boss knows that very powerful people and beings can use and manipulate that. Boss would understand that at this point, it kind of feels like someone or something is actively trying to manipulate that. And there's some kind of external connection with Boss right now.
Okay.
So yes, all of that to say, yes, it does feel like it's outside of just like your own consciousness creating its own pictures while you're sleeping. Like
Sure.
something is happening to you.
Okay. Okay.
Vic, welcome to D&D.
I'm so confused. What
There's-
the fuck is going on?
There's like huge metaphysical shit involved with D&D overall, and we are tapping into it. So
I
So
just
cool.
love the
That's
idea
so
of
awesome.
Bost being like, am I sleeping this good because there's a horrifying, like, eldritch god that is manipulating my consciousness that leaves my body? Or is it just the fact that I'm not sharing the house with 13 children right now?
is this D&D or philosophy class?
Yeah.
It could be both.
Yep.
Or que no los dos.
It's
but
such a good
again,
bit.
these are very real questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every friend of mine who's a mom, when she takes a little vacation to a hotel for a weekend, well, she's like, I forgot you could sleep like this, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Right.
terrifying.
But I'm gonna
You could sleep like this.
yeah, I'm gonna walk up to the group and say, "Oh, you know, that 2 nights in a row, I have had the deepest sleep of my life. The first night I thought it was a coincidence. And the second, well, felt a little different. Uh and is Alaska or like is anyone else around at this point?
I think we're pretty much establishing that
Like,
everybody's kind of together
We're all
in the
generally around.
everybody's
common
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
Was anyone else visited last night, to say the least?
Absolutely so. The I don't think this is out of character. I don't think that Kazan was able to talk to you about the smoke monster, or like the smoke entity that happened when the book got pulled out. I think that was
You-
just Alaska.
Yeah, it was just me.
That was one-on-one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I was uh, back when that book got pulled out. This smoke creature had just kind of appeared in the room, and then it went away, and then it came back during my sleep, and it visited me then, as well as
I think
some
Alaska. I think Alaska gets a little concerned at this.
Because a 22-year-old is talking about a smoke monster.
No, more of that, like, because we pre-talked about the smoke monster and what all the things it could be. I was, do you think it's a Vecna guy? And he was like, no.
Yeah. Also, Kevin also scratches their face, and you see like 2 puncture wounds, like right here, in the middle of my hand.
I think she grabs.
and,
What is this?
and also 2 more just past his wrist.
What the fuck?
What the?
Oh, yes, it did that to me when I was in the dream.
I'm sorry, you got punctured in the hand in your dream.
I
Do
think
you
that was
need
how it
healing?
was. I feel fine. Like it doesn't hurt that much. But I think it was
I
it's
do
more
have
of a
a
handshake.
tincture that could help with that. if
So-
I think she's gonna Alaska, just in case, because you're my buddy, is gonna lay on hands for 5 hit points, just in case.
So just to make sure we're all on the same page with this, he said puncture wounds. I'm gonna correct that slightly. They were wounds, yes, but it looks like they have scarred over. So they don't look like fresh, like open bleeding wounds. It's like 4 punctured marks that have clearly not been there before, but have also scarred over. But they're kind of
Scarred or
obvious.
Stabbed.
Scarred.
Like
Yes.
a fresh scar though, when it's still shiny.
Like when he scratches his face, like it's obvious to you guys. You can see the 4 marks. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Continue.
I mean, yeah, they don't hurt anymore. I think it was its way of like giving a handshake.
Yeah, Alaska's still gonna rub them and use as an action 5. I'm gonna pump 5 hit points of lay on hands to see if I can cure a poison or disease, because she doesn't know what it is. So she's
Right.
gonna be like, I can fix this with my brain.
So you can both feel the like warmth of this healing magic pass, but the spell doesn't seem to have done anything.
All right, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
'Cause, like, And the smoke monster came and talked to you in your dreams last night, and you're okay?
It came to me, and it was playing to the my ambitions, just let's say, and then it offered me power with no strings attached, as long as I was going to destroy Vecna. So I figured, what's the harm in doing what's the harm in getting a little extra, you know?
And do you
I guess this is just
Do you know who it is? Do you know who the smoke monster? Did the smoke monster say, "My name is Chad"?
No, but if it's an enemy to Vecna, and I see no reason. I doubt that it's necessarily an entity of positive existence, but you know what really is nowadays.
Can I make an insight check? It's not going to be a good one.
You can, and Kazan, this would be against. Are you trying to hide something? Are you telling the truth? I'm gonna leave that up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll persuasion because I am not Kazan is not being
Sure.
directly deceitful on purpose or like trying to hide.
And we get
but
advantage on all insight checks, or is it just stuff about Vecna?
All insight checks.
Well, I can't meet that number.
Well, let's see
We're
how bad
talking
it
to
is.
A teenager.
Oh, let's
Off his
go.
Because I like to play. I like to play with
I got
like
natural
it's not.
20 and it's only a 19.
So I like to play with not just pass or fail. I like to play with the scaling of like, well, how bad
Sure.
was it? So like
I rolled the best insight check I will ever roll.
Yep.
And it's still a 19.
So Alaska, there's
Alaska.
I'm just gonna say this and then Logan, you can
Sure.
add to it what you would. You feel like you're are honestly getting like a good read
Okay.
on whatever it is Logan is now gonna say his intentions are with this.
Great.
and yeah, also just adding, Kazan isn't like Kazan is not the most like morally driven person.
Right,
of,
I'm
like-
aware.
of like, oh, there's no way they would make a deal with any kind of like evil creature just because it's probably not the best thing to do. So it's like, so there would be no reason, I would say, to think that Kaz would be hiding any information about this deal that was struck.
That's fair. She's still gonna side eye it, but more of like a worried, more of a worry than like a fear of just like a okay. But like, if this goes sideways, you're telling me. You're telling all of us, but you're telling me first.
For sure, I've seen. As soon as something bad starts to happen, I will let you know.
Okay.
But yes, that was my dream experience, boss.
So your dreams have been about power,
Achieving power, yes, in some way.
and my dreams have been about rest and deep sleep. Has anyone else had intense dreams lately or intense feelings lately that are brought on by something that they aren't aware of?
Yeah, every when we had that book, every time we opened that book up, and there was a couple of dreams where I got very hungry. But the book is gone now, and something came in my dreams last night, and I murdered it.
Do we want to talk about that?
I think
feel like
Odysseus
that's
just
also-
sit down. Just go sit down.
Yeah, I know it truly doesn't feel like a problem anymore. Like it came at me, and I was scared, and I hit it. And it started glowing white light out of its neck. And then now I beat it. Yeah.
Both of your faces, it's so priceless right now.
I don't feel bad about it. It was strange.
You shouldn't. You should be very proud of yourself, but that feels like something that should have been more open to telling the group without
I mean, it's.
me talking about how tired I was last night. So
I feel like Right, but I feel like there were, more pressing issues going on about like getting people back to families. I'd still like to
Hey,
have some discussions about it outside of this with maybe some like higher powers. I won't know
sure,
what it is yet, and so I don't want to like do anything about it.
sure, folks, can we just, okay, can we have a conversation about communication? Communication is key in all group dynamics. And when communication doesn't happen, that's when issues occur. Hence, what happened last night? What we all need is more open and honest communication, because if we're going to deal with all of this guy, this being that is all about lying, all right, we as a group need to be firm with each other in trust and communication, all right?
I feel I have 2 points to make. One, I don't think that outburst was about communication, but two, as someone who does not dream, I am starting very much at a ground zero situation. You can murder in your dreams?
I mean, apparently I can. I don't know that everybody can. I just know that I freaked out at it, and it.
And again, I don't dream. I haven't had one of those. They seem fun. You can
Sure.
get bit in your dreams?
I mean, yeah,
Because I thought dreams were in your head and wouldn't physically affect your body other than making you stressed out. So,
well, the concept of or just making a like a pact with some entity would morally affect your soul rather than your physical being, I suppose, which is why I guess that you kind of bit, and that's why that stayed there. I guess would be the way that uh, where that through line is.
I also just also to add points to the whole situation. None of us were necessarily hiding information. It just had not gotten brought up yet. I wasn't gonna wake up and go, greetings and salutations, everybody. I had a spooky ass dream where I killed a demon, because I don't really know for sure if that is factual information. And if we're gonna go around here and not spout lies, I would like to do a little more research before I tell y'all what is happening in my brain.
deeply reasonable. I will say, Kaz, it has been a joy to get to know you over these past few days. I feel like everything you've told me has stressed me out about yourself. And I really hope you're doing okay.
I'm doing wonderfully.
You told me to
I-
stress me out.
and I promise, and I'll look to both Odysseus, Bost, and also Pumpkin, even though Pumpkin has not said anything else. I've is if anybody has any inquiry about what's going on, I will give my as most of my knowledge on the situation as possible, and be entirely upfront with whatever response I would give.
Okay, because
I think-
Kaz like lore dropped that he was an eternal being that got turned into a teenager, and like in the middle of a conversation, like
Fair.
it didn't matter, and she's still not really sure because he was like, "Don't worry about it." She's like,
Let's have Odysseus
Bro.
make a history check.
Lore dropped into a teenager.
Yeah.
"What the fuck is going on?"
That's so funny.
No, okay, I'm sorry. She talks to like a nice young man who seems a little stressful, like the kind of kid that falls off like his skateboard breaks his wrist and is like, "It's cool, guys." But he's like, "By the way,
That's so
we're
that vibe.
cool. I have been a god." but now I have hormones and it's weird.
Yeah.
Also, I got bit in the night by a demon that I am now that's giving me power. Like, I'm sorry. There's too much.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot going on. She rolled a 27. What is happening with this person?
Okay.
I love
So if you want to retcon anything yourself for how Odysseus reacts, I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm not going to take that away.
Okay.
But so what I understand right now is that Odysseus is stressed out based on like some sketchy
There's
shit
like
that's
a-
been told to her.
She's
Which
having a
is
lot
fair.
of high emotions and like trying to hold on to them because
Right.
she's like she's been in a library for like 30 years
Well,
This
with
is
like
Sorry.
brief adventures, and then like a lot
Yeah.
of social stuff has happened, and she's like, this is very stressful. And then like her companions, most of them are fine. Some of them are having deeply stressful things, and also there's a weird, spiky, vaguely desiccated god who keeps like being like, "What's up? Fuck you!" And she's like, "I'm not having a good time."
so here's the deal. This is gonna be probably like 75% over the table for Vic, and the other
Cool.
25% is like level setting. What does Odysseus understand in character?
Yes, thank you so
so
much.
here's a D&D lesson.
Thank you.
The kind of stuff that's happening right now is
Pretty run of the mill.
not uncommon
yeah.
for
Okay.
people who are becoming powerful.
Okay.
Think of like, I guess, yes, in the sense of like, how good am I in a fight and in what ways, but
Right.
also just as much, and this is often overlooked, how insightful are you as a person? How knowledgeable are you as a person? What is your experience with the world around you, and history of the different races, and what does it even mean to like be a wizard versus a barbarian versus a fighter? Like, you have very good in character knowledge of that lay of the world. So the things that are happening, stressful, absolutely. But they are like outside powers having influence on individual people. That does happen.
I think very specifically it's the fact that Kaz has been introduced as like an Asmar, which is like a descendant of God, and then finding out that they're not a descendant of God. They are like a turned divinity of some variety.
It could be either.
Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
personally, like, I thought Asmar was only descendant, not just like a demigod that someone's mom was like, you gotta figure your life out.
Yeah, there's a gray area between the two. And
Okay, cool. That's
Kazan is
helpful.
kind of dancing in that area. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so less stressful, just worried. Like,
And
what is
also feel free to ask in character as well, because like that is
Okay,
also
cool.
I
I think
Cool and fun.
yes.
Just a question real quick. Has Tome of Foes been written yet? And is that a book that is
Readily
widely
available?
known that Odysseus would have read?
Oh, sure.
Because dreams.
also
Because
is
I know all about
I'm
that
Goog-
crap now.
What the fuck is that? Tome of Foes?
It's Mordenkainen wrote it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mordenkainen's Tome
Yeah.
of Foes.
Our buddy
Yeah.
Morty wrote
I mean,
it.
we're in his library. Did I read it in all of my researching? Like, did
I
I,
mean, we
make
got
it early
time.
and read his work?
And I'm wondering
Here's-
if it was written after we are currently here.
I think it was written before.
We started
Okay.
in
That's
1492, and now we're further in the past. So
Wait, we're in the past?
But I
Like,
We're in the
think-
past, but
I
not
think it
yet,
was-
right?
at least the
But the
Uh,
forward was written in 15 something.
something.
like 10 years later, I think was the.
Yeah. So, help me understand where we think we went into the past. Did I
Oh, that was
miscommunicate
just
something?
something. That was something I said because Tasha seems like a younger version of herself, so my brain auto-filled that into.
Oh,
we must.
We're in
be
the past now.
you think you're in the
Uh,
past? Okay,
That was my brain autofilling, and I did not communicate that was a theory.
that's
and I
okay.
just said
One of
that
them
like it
did
was,
But-
like, it was-
clarify when you
yeah,
asked
she
if
said
we are
we
in
are
the right
not.
place. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're not in
she
the
said-
material plane, but you're in 1492.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
So we are
Okay.
in our time. We are not in the material plane, but for
Yes.
some reason, this is young Tasha in our time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I need to look something up real quick. What
So weird.
what you think you know from our previous game? Cast that aside.
How dare you?
Because
It's the only
That's
thing she
meta.
knows about D&D is
Dare
that fuck
you.
exists. The only
Um,
lore.
I
Single piece of lore.
the timey-wimey bullshit was entirely homebrew, so I had to make some shit up. I will fully
Hell
admit.
yeah.
So I just need to look up one thing real quick.
How dare you? That dream bullshit is the only thing I remember from the boats. Because you brought it up
No,
7
okay.
times.
The book itself, yes, entirely on
Okay.
the table. But like the what year was it written stuff,
great.
you like ignore all of
Great.
that.
Sure.
That is what I have to look up right now because we're like reset everything, right?
Sure.
Gotcha. Okay. So this and Tenements, are these not in the same like universe? These are like separate continuities.
Maybe.
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly the case.
Okay.
Oh dang.
Oh, you got a warlock mark.
Okay, so I can't find a quick answer. I'm gonna try.
I mean, I
one
figured
more.
that out immediately, and I wasn't even listening to what you were talking about.
Man, I don't know this
Okay,
stuff. I'm
heck.
just vibing.
We're gonna level up,
Good.
baby.
Okay,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
gonna
I'm apparently not asking Google the right question because it keeps telling me the year that it was published in our real
in
world,
our
Oh
world.
gosh.
Yeah.
not like in game. So okay,
Okay.
I do know things, so I need to say
Do you think you read it or not?
make a history check, Bost,
Ooh.
because you came up with this exact question. And actually, Odysseia, given your background, let's have you make a history check as well.
23.
Cool. Yeah, 25.
Okay. Yes. The Tome of Foes is a known text among very powerful wizards and some like deep in the weeds scholars about certain topics.
Okay.
So Odysseia, you are aware of this text. You are aware that it was sorry, both of you. You're aware of this text.
Yeah.
You are actually even aware that it was partially penned by a charmed wizard named Bigby and
Ooh.
partially penned by Mordenkainen, although all of the text is by Mordenkainen. So basically, what?
I was just repeating the name Big B
Yes.
for.
So
Vic.
another way to say that is Bigby at one point was an evil wizard, was subdued and charmed by Mordenkainen, and basically like kind of served as his steward in a way. And through Bigby, Mordenkainen wrote most of this text, the Tome of Foes, but then he eventually released Bigby from this charm and finished the book himself.
Got
All
it.
of the words in it are Mordenkainen's. He basically just had Bigby do the task of writing it. Most of it. And then finished it himself.
Fascinating. Okay.
How long ago that was, I'm just gonna refrain from that because I don't want to.
Fine.
I want to make up as little lore as possible. But
I
it
guess
is
the real question is,
has been done.
has she read it?
Has she read it?
I mean, she could now.
I mean,
That
yeah,
would answer a lot
I've
of your
been
dream questions.
I'm gonna
sticking around
say
in this
He
library for a
probably
while.
has a copy.
yeah. I'm gonna say that you
He has
have
the publisher's proof.
Yeah, you have heard of this book. You're aware of like, say, like table of contents level of what it contains, but not the actual text
Okay.
itself. You haven't. I don't know if you would say you've like actively searched for it or not, but I'm gonna say you have not read it.
Okay, cool. Okay, so to go over my like 27 roll of what the hell is going on with Kaz, like this is mostly normal. I shouldn't be super worried.
Right.
They are stressful, but like in standard falling off a skateboard level ways, not in the like turned god warlock ways.
I'm
Right.
gonna leave the how do you react to this entirely to you. But
Okay.
the notions of like, is this normal? Sort of.
Mhm.
These kinds of things do happen to powerful people, people of legend, people who have extreme influence. It happens in this world.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I think. Okay, that's helpful.
The
Thank
the
you very
turn
much.
divinity thing is probably what stands out the most because
Yeah.
Azamar aren't as you said like not directly
Right.
previous gods. They are like as what tieflings are to infernal creatures.
Right.
They're like they just have like some bit of celestial blood. So that kind of and piece of information is a bit incongruent, but that's
Yeah,
like the biggest
because
part of it.
you also said it was like your mom did this to you, and I think that she's also gonna be like, "There's something wrong here, and I don't know what's going on."
Yeah.
This is worrying, but like, okay. Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry for the tangent.
That's all right.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Sam, for the book of foes. That's helpful. Cool.
All right. Forefront information is, I think, one of the last things that got said in game. Was like, I would be fully honest with any information that I had.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay, so I think we're at a good point where we can take our first break.
Yes.
Let all of that seep and marinate for a minute. We will be right back. Well, not too bad. We're back. Okay. We have concluded our behind-the-scenes existential crises and are now back to have our game here.
Now we're back to in-game existential crises.
Exactly.
Correct. Yes, absolutely.
All right. So we're kind of in the midst of conversations, and I just kind of picked a point that was like, oh, we're pausing. Let's have an actual break.
Yeah.
But now, if you guys are welcome to pick it back up wherever you would like. We've been having discussions about things that happened in the night and things that are like what's going on in the world right now. Please continue.
All right. Well, so you've been bit. You did the biting, and I slept. So, where do we go from here? Well, we go home, but how? The only thing that I know is that I need to let Nathan and the kids know that I'm going to be gone for longer chunks of time than they anticipated. So that's what I need to do when I get home. What else are we trying to accomplish before we come back?
I do believe we want to talk to Neverwinter a little more. Relay the information that we have, because again, knowledge is power, and we have just discussed it. We need to talk, or if we're going to share information with everybody, obviously Neverwinter should probably be involved. And we do want to see if that's what
Neverember.
it's. Yeah.
Yep. I was like,
I think I said Ember the first time, and then I did the
nope,
second.
you said Neverwinter both times.
Love that.
We could see what happens.
Role playing Alaska
Let it go.
perfectly.
Yeah, killing it.
We've not found Indira yet.
Correct.
Indira, what's her
That was
name?
also Indira.
Indara.
We have her stuff, but not her. But yes,
Yeah.
we do want to go back in and make sure that is also solved. And I feel like those are maybe the big ones. Things that we would like to accomplish stateside. Plain side.
On the continent, if you will.
Oh no, the French virus is taking us over. Making sure that we get what we are owed from Neverember once we are able to set the last one free.
Correct.
And ensuring that he takes the appropriate action.
I'll probably, when we have a little time, I'll go through my bag and make sure just refill stuff. Make sure everything came out of it okay, despite the Book of Vile Darkness potentially like leaching into all of my items. Those are my big things to, I think, get accomplished. Potentially try and talk to a divinity and be like, hey, is all this still cool? And then, or like a person of the cloth. I'm not great at it, so I try, and other people usually do the talking for me. I'm not good at the, yeah.
I see, yes.
All right.
Also, maybe we stop by and see if we could get some extra healing, whether that be potions or salves or what have you, that we could bring with us so that we don't so we just have that extra cushion of support.
I mean, I've got 3 on me right now. I have 3 potions of greater healing just like in my bag, allegedly.
What do we think of
It
that?
feels
What do we think through that?
important to finish our contract with the Lord and find the woman that we've been looking for, considering the fact that every other person we've rescued has been locked in a cell or being terrorized by a cultist. And The other ones were scholars, but she's an actress, and I don't know how well she's handling.
We did that. Remind me, did we have someone? This is out of game for like a hot second,
Yeah.
or over the table. We had someone scry on the twink.
Eldon, yes, on
Yeah.
Twinkie Boy.
Who did that? Is it in...
Illustria.
Illustrial.
Illustrial did,
Great.
yes.
Illustrial?
Oh, Illustrial. If I could borrow your brain for a moment, she's gonna reach into the bag and pull out a gold harp, which we believe we kind of assumed belonged to Indara.
Yes. We found a
since
whole
it's an-
bunch of stuff
Since
with
it's an
her.
item of hers, but I think we left the bloody cloth, which is why I thought the harp would be good. But be like,
I thought we took everything.
we left some of it down there to be like, because then we relocked it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but we
And
relocked it with a
retrapped
note that said "Get wrecked."
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
I only have that we have the file, that we have the documents about her and her gold harp. Point being, I'm gonna pull out the gold harp and be like, if you wouldn't mind using that magic thing you do where you can look at people. This belonged to the woman we're still trying to find. That we need to go back and find. Would this be helpful? And she'll pull out the harp and hand it to Illustrial. Basically, like, I'm giving her a thing to do the scrying from.
Right. She will look at the harp, kind of take in what you've said, and say, well, it will still be difficult, but yes.
Can I help in any way? Can I give you good vibes or like a high five?
I don't think so. And she's just going to like take the harp out of your hand, and she's going to have this really intense, like already the gears are turning kind of thing. And she's going to start an incantation, which would be familiar for the last time she did this. And I'm going to use a secret die roll.
Ooh, secrets don't make friends.
Okay. Gotta read this quick. Okay.
I don't know the rest of Broken Infinite because that's on top.
She is going to. She's going to have a sort of furrowed brow, finish casting the spell, and then just sort of like look up and around deeply in thought, and then try it again. It would seem this person is no longer alive.
Fuck.
That is unfortunate.
Do you know whose harp it is, though?
I do understand that it belongs to this Indara person that you've mentioned.
I mean, I could pull out the bloody cloth and see if that changes it, but I don't want to make her scry 3 times.
Yeah.
I'll pull it out and be like, well, we might also have this. I don't know if this, I hope this belonged to the same person. It's kind of gross. I apologize. Just hand it over.
Are you, what's your demeanor? And by that, I mean, like, are you kind of more on the side of acting on desperation to see if we get a different result? Or are you just like, would this make it easier to figure out?
No, I think I'd say maybe a little more desperation of like, oh, did we fuck up that bad? That, I mean, like, Alaska's gonna go down there anyway, and if it is just a body, then I would like to return that body to her family.
Sure.
But like a little of desperation of, okay, maybe it's not her harp, or okay, maybe the harp is like her boyfriend's instead of like it is it's the like I'm changing a variable to see if we get the same result.
Okay. So you pull out the cloth and have this
I'll maybe say like, we found this with the harp. Could we try and pay attention on this instead? I don't know. I don't want her to die.
okay.
That's mostly what's happening.
Yeah, so Illustrial is when you pull that cloth out, Illustrial is gonna have this moment of clearly like being a little uncomfortable and like close her eyes and like rub her temple like this and just I'm sorry, she is dead.
Thank you kindly. She just quietly puts those back in the bag. Well, at least there's not a rush to get her out now.
Well, do we know what condition the body is in? If there is a body. And I'll, like, while I'm saying that, I'll turn to Illustrial.
While I'm working on this response, make an Arcana check.
Okay. In the A, because it is
Can I help him with that?
I'm gonna say no, just because this is more of a like what does he know thing, and not necessarily like I'm working on figuring something out.
Sure.
Okay, so what's
Oh,
that?
never mind. I already rolled it. I was gonna say I want to check my features and like stuff I can do with my sorcery points to see if I can add anything, but I was like, that has to be declared before, so I already rolled it. So.
Okay. Yeah. So you're familiar with magic to like scry on people, and there's a couple different ways that it can be done, but other than any spells that you yourself actually know or like on your list, you really don't know much detail. So it is, I'm gonna say, accurate and genuine that you're also trying to figure out like, what are the details of this? Can we figure something else out? So Illustrial will say, I cannot speak to the condition of a body or its whereabouts. This magic only works on a living being. So I truly know nothing other than she is dead.
Unfortunate. Thank you for your attempts, though.
Okay.
In that case, since we are dealing with a cult of undeath, it might be beneficial to head down on the excess time as much as possible, just to avoid any further desecration that might come along with her death.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Any other business we need to do here? Should we or can y'all shunt us back to where we were? Hopefully not with a wish spell this time, because we all know how well that went last time.
Damn.
That was more of an Andrea than an Alaska, because she doesn't think she's bad, but
Yeah.
the three
That's
of our age and the thing
Still.
that they did was cross their fingers and hope that it worked. Yeah, could you anything else we need to accomplish here? Obviously this is our new like home base research facility. So I think we can, anything that could be here will probably be here when we get back.
Mm-hmm. I think we should find Indira and
Yeah.
maybe check in with Alden and make sure he's. We scryed on him, but I wonder if he has any plainer information for us as well.
Sure. Great. Let's get that teleporting happening. Please.
Illustrial will pull away from everything else that's been happening and say, very well. And just kind of gesture for all of you to go toward the center room, which is just to your west. And start to walk here.
Go.
Actually, she's going to go here kind of at the base and point to you guys to go right into the space at the top of the stairs here.
Before Odysseus goes upstairs, she is going to just walk up to Lystra and go, I'm sorry that we have asked you to look for this woman and that she is dead. I don't know what you saw, but I am sorry that if you saw something terrible, you had to see it. Thank you.
Perhaps the best and worst part of it is that I couldn't see anything. And that's how I know.
Bummer.
Thank you. I'm sorry you have to bring us this news.
Anything else for anyone?
Have they found the first location of the rod, or is that something they're working on for when we come back?
They're working on.
That's something they're working on, yes.
Cool.
Plus, if we spend 2 days there, well, we can spend any amount of time. I was trying to figure out the 2 days is going to take them to make the other sending stones. So if we can dick around for 2 days, then that'll work out in our favor.
Yeah.
Maybe we can wipe out what's left underneath the mausoleum. That's the word.
Yeah. If we do that first and then drop Bast off at home after, would that be okay with Bast?
I can, yeah. We can finish this mission. And then I'll let the family know that there's more.
Again, as soon as we are on the material plane, Bast, we can send in your husband and just give him an update that you'll be home soon with more information.
Thank you.
Okay. So help me out here. Is the plan to immediately go to the mausoleum as fast as possible?
I mean, now that there's a dead lady down there, we should probably get back.
Yeah, I think we gotta hurry.
Skedaddle over there.
Yeah.
So you're on this platform. Illustrial is going to raise her hands and perform a brief incantation. You will see the sigil on the floor light up from the center all the way outward, with all the intricate lines just spreading out from the middle to the edges, and it'll finish on the oval, basically completing its circuit, and you will feel like a light breeze pass over you, and you will appear basically at the entrance to that mausoleum. So let's shift. Oh, I need to fix this. Give me 1 second.
Sure. Would you mind if we retconned that we had this discussion roughly 10 minutes prior so that I could cast Find Seed and have Bones with us?
Sure.
Great.
Bones.
I do the same thing. I she thinks about it for she kind of meditates on it for 10 minutes, and then she whistles and he comes bounding down the stairs.
Puppy.
Nice.
I woke Bones.
Sam, it's a 25-word message.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to hash out 25 words when we land, or if you just want it to be like a we sent him and told him.
Um,
Okay, so we are now. How do I move you here? Roll
I don't
20
know.
made so many updates.
Oh no.
Or you don't. We
Roll 20 can get
imagine for
Rick.
the rest of the game.
Oh, are we taking 10 minutes while we're like getting ready to bounce for
I figured,
for
yeah, that's where, like, while we were discussing what do we do next kind of stuff, I spent that as like a general 10 minutes of.
Did that work?
Cool.
That worked.
I can cast
Yeah.
identify on your crystal, Ash.
Whoops. Hang on.
Ooh.
Don't move, Andrea.
Okay, I moved her twice. Don't look at her.
Don't look
Don't
at
look at me.
I forgot to. Yeah, there we go. We are here.
In complete darkness, or am I
Ooh.
in a token that I no longer have access to?
I think it's that.
Oh, yep. Hang on.
I
Sorry,
can
fucked
see.
up all your maps with
Yeah.
my new token. My bad.
It's cool. It's just us and the twink in there right now.
Oh, I love him.
Beautiful Twinkie boy.
It's a
He's so
twink in a
cute.
cage.
I'm
Okay.
I'm at the entrance of the mausoleum with the twink and 2 pumpkins.
He's not supposed to be here. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, we're at
And there
the.
are 2 pumpkins.
Wait, there are 2?
There
Oh,
there are
no.
2.
Where's the other pumpkin?
I can't see shit, so I don't know.
There's 1 north and 1 south.
Like
Okay, hang on.
right next.
There.
Right next to boss.
I have one right here.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the one I see.
Okay.
Where's the other pumpkin?
One
There's 1, yeah.
That's me.
That's Alaska.
Yeah.
Uh,
If
They
it has
have
a big
the
old.
same- They have the exact same icon on my screen.
Same.
Oh yeah, there are 2 pumpkins. I moved. I was on top of one of the pumpkins. There are 2
Oh.
pumpkins.
I see. Okay.
I'll move down here even still more.
Okay.
Damn it! They messed up the spell again. Now there are 2 pumpkins.
Okay, there's 1 pumpkin and Ash you can see now, right?
I see the token on a black screen.
Oh, that's right.
That's it.
Do you have dark vision?
I do. I will use it. Well,
Uh,
I don't have it, but I have like
A
The
spell
spell?
to do so.
yeah, I have dark vision the spell, so I'll just cast
Okay,
it.
so 60 feet. Boom. Now you should be able to see.
Cool.
I think I have something that glows if we want to do something that's glowing.
That's all
I
right.
also have the light cantrip.
I am rich with spell slots now in comparison to Iz only ever having fucking 4 or 5 the entire campaign.
Yeah.
I am fine to burn a spell slot just to see. We're good.
When Alaska was summoning bones, did you want me to identify your crystal?
Yes, please.
Can I identify the crystal, please?
You can.
Okay.
That's you said takes 10 minutes.
It
Yeah, if
takes
you're
1
ritual
minute.
casting it. Oh, is it one?
Oh, okay. I don't know what the deal is with ritual casting as a cleric. Like, does that burn a slot or not?
So ritual casting will not burn a slot. It's an exchange. Burning a spell slot makes
Cool.
it instantaneous, but ritual casting does not take a spell slot. It just takes time.
Cool. A ritual identify on your little crystal.
Okay.
We'll just sit on a sofa and be like,
While that identify is happening, the rest of you will take in your surroundings. The entrance of this mausoleum is as you remember it, complete with the rotting bodies of these undead creatures that you
Ew.
slayed
Amazing.
a day ago. 2 days ago? A day ago.
a day or 2 ago.
Yeah.
Real quick, I've figured out what I am sending to Nathan.
Cool.
Okay, you want to do that during the ritual? Oh no, Odyssea's
Well,
working
no,
on the
so-
ritual, so she can't.
And the ritual would have happened while we were still at the fancy house.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So once we land, I can immediately
yes.
do that.
So Odyssea, this item
Yes.
doesn't have a cool name. It's completely homebrewed. But it's a
Yeah.
crystal that contains 3 charges, each of which can be used to cast the spell Mislead.
Oh, dope.
I love Miss. It's
The mislead spells?
And I
Yeah.
want to emphasize this because I feel proud of myself for being so clever. Illustrial was being misleading when she put it into this crystal in the first place.
It's so good.
Um,
I love that.
Fun homebrew
What does
things.
it do? That's very cool. I'm going to message that to Honkin.
You're gonna
And
Discord
I'm just gonna
message
well, also because you heard, but in game, it's gonna be a message to you of like,
Ah.
this is what it does to keep you safe.
Safe is good. Thank you.
Hmm Awesome, cool. And then as soon as we land, I will sending. What's your husband's name? Nathaniel?
Nathan. Yeah,
Nathan.
Nathan.
Thank you. Cool.
Whoa, not that.
Whoa.
What does Nathan look like? I would know this, but I don't know.
Yes. So
he's a human guy.
so
Sorry.
here's the thing.
A bit of a stud.
Yes. Like so Nathan is
Let's go.
like okay, imagine you
Let's
know
go.
that person who is so handsome, right? And like so attractive, but also just the nicest person you've ever met. And you're like, how can you be like lived a life that is like they are not as attractive as they actually are, but then also they're really smart, and you're like, how can you be all of these things? Like, who are you? Like, have you ever met that kind of person?
Yeah, just blessed by the gods.
Yes.
Like,
And like,
ow.
and you kind of want to hate them a little bit because you're like, there has to be something wrong with you. And then you're like, but
what's wrong? Yeah.
but no,
Sure.
you're just kind of a great human. That is Nathan, and everyone is just drawn to him because he's just this like chill guy next door, like cool human.
Sure.
So if you haven't clocked this yet, guys, Sam
he
went for
human?
the exact opposite of Edgelord Rogue for this campaign.
Yeah, absolute opposite of that one guy in my other campaign.
So
Yup.
yeah, he's just a sweet bean, and everybody loves him, and everybody, like think like Ryan Reynolds like esque personality,
Sure.
Yeah.
just that like you can't help but enjoy being around him, kind of.
Ryan Reynolds, but would never get married on a plantation.
Yeah. So yeah, that is Nathan Campbell,
Okay,
Great.
cool.
Adorable.
Thank you.
and he's a wizard, so like
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah.
Is he
He's a
also
nerd.
tabaxi?
No, he's human.
Okay, he's full human. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Again,
got
just
it.
a
Even
white
more
boy.
adorable.
Just a fucking white guy named
Just a
Nathan
white guy
Campbell.
named Nathan Campbell.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yes. Excellent.
I
Wild.
love everything about this.
Yes.
That's so
So, what I'm sending him is, my darling, things are changing. I will be home soon to discuss. I love you. Please make dinner for a crowd.
Okay, and he can send an answer back immediately if he would like.
Yes.
And he probably knows that, being a wizard and having it pre-adventured
Yeah.
prior to now. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he probably has sending.
Yeah, probably.
Fuck. Well,
Maybe you'll get 3 messages back. You don't fucking know.
Just
All right,
have a
well.
whole text conversation.
Right.
with Voice. You're just sending voice memos to each other.
Also,
that's very funny.
Also, this is gonna be in Odyssea's voice as well, so this is some strange woman.
Yeah.
There is gonna be like paren from best.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you sent?
Yep.
All right. Odyssea, you're gonna get a response.
Oh no.
He has a broy voice.
This sounds lovely. I will have chili ready, my famous personal recipe. And that's it. And then, boss, you're going to get a message. I really should teach you how to do this. It's kind of on my list, but I look forward to seeing you again. The kids are fine. And then it just goes on like a little bit of a total tangent, like to update you, which is clearly multiple sending spells.
Yeah.
Just like to casually update you on the goings on. Like everybody's good. The kids are being rambunctious, but fine. And like
So
we'll see you when you're here. He's gonna be ready for you.
Oh, like,
So cute.
So NBDM obsessed.
I'll take
You're right.
two,
Yeah.
please.
I respond. You're so right, sweetie. I just haven't had the time to get it all figured out yet, and I've been so concerned with learning healing spells and trying to get the kids all managed. But one of these days I'll figure it out, and I've got so much to tell you about the craziness that's been going on here, but I need to focus on this. We have to save one more person, or maybe not save. I can't, but I'll talk to you when I get home. I love you.
What is Bost's favorite like comfort drink or food?
Ah,
Probably one of those tinctures.
yeah, right.
Just a full can of tuna.
Her favorite comfort drink or food?
What's
Or
an
both.
alcohol that's got milk in it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a White Russian.
I was thinking White Russian or like some like weird like milk washed situation, but they used to take like 3 days
Yeah.
to make.
Boba tea.
Yes, a boozy boba.
A boozy
Oh my
boba.
God.
Yeah,
Boozy
the
boba.
in the bobas.
Yes.
Like a blitz of like vodka, like every time you pop
Yes.
one.
This is
Yes.
now canon.
Yeah.
And Nathan will respond to you. I will have a boozy boba ready when you return.
Adorable.
Cute as shit.
Excellent.
She's just beaming. Like you can just see Boss like immediately like relaxing so much into herself as again she just sets foot back on the material plane, you know. So
Excellent.
While all of this is happening, Alaska's gonna reach back in her bag and pull out that bloody cloth again, and she's gonna put it in front of Bones, and she's gonna be like, "All right, buddy, it's time to do some finding. Okay, we're gonna find. Can you do a? Will you sniff this and can we do a find? Because he has advantage on perception checks using hearing or smell.
Yes.
Andrew, you're so
So I want to
smart.
sometimes. So I want to see if he can lead us to where she is a little bit quicker than us opening every door. Since now we're on we're on a different mission than we would have been otherwise.
Okay. Cool.
If anybody wants to give him some extra like good boy rubs with like a little extra help, we might be able to put this out a little faster.
I can just say what a good boy, you got this, and give him guidance without even touching.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Because you don't want to touch the dog.
I mean,
this is a mastiff, right?
Yeah.
she can, but
He gets a +3. Again,
um,
still better than Alaska's.
So, yeah, with that, he can roll an extra d4.
Cool.
So this is actually going to be investigation. The differences between perception and investigation are a little nuanced, but it's what I break
Yeah.
it down to basically is perception is what do you notice around you, and investigation is I'm looking for a thing.
Sure.
That's like the most simple way to put it. So he's
Okay.
not going to have the +3, but
Bones.
still going to
That's
do
a
this.
bummer.
So he's got a plus what for guidance?
It's a D4.
I mean,
Oh,
fitting.
Damn.
Base
That's
bone.
my boy.
Bones is a good boy.
Boy.
Yup. Okay, so he's basically going to like take a few seconds to sniff at the cloth and then sniff at the ground and kind of do a lap around you guys, and then like goes full pointer mode.
She's
and
gonna
is-
jump on top and be like, "Let's go."
Yup, and he's just gonna start kind of like not like bounding, but like a fast trot. Like he's
Sure.
got a clear path. So
Oh yeah.
I'm going to
Do I have?
do this. Are you all following? Is the first question. Is anybody not
Yes.
following or trying to do anything else in particular?
I would kind of like as Bones is like doing the sniff around, I would raise my hand out, open palm, and go, just to hopefully prevent any horrible injuries. I'll cast Aid at 3rd level. On I'll do Odysseus, Pumpkin, and myself, I think.
I was gonna say, don't
Uh,
cast it on Alaska.
I
She does not need
I
it.
was gonna say, I know Alaska is good because Paladin.
Yeah. I've got 114 hit points.
Yeah. And so everybody will get an extra 15 max hit points.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Aid rips, man.
How many?
15.
15 extra to your maximum.
15? To the maximum?
Yep.
For the day, yeah. It's for like 8
For the day.
hours.
It
How do you
is,
do
yep, 8
that?
hours.
So
Oh,
this
there,
is
HP
this is
max modifier.
similar to there's like in concept this is similar to temporary hit points, but the difference is this is truly changing your maximum. So like if you were
Okay.
to get like a short rest and multiple healing spells, you now go up to this new maximum, whereas like temporary hit points are, think of it like a shield.
One and done.
Yeah, one and done. So this will last, you said 8 hours?
Yep, 8 hours.
Okay, yes.
And then I need to make a correction. That's a 4th level aid, so that's 15 extra. But that is what I got.
Oh, that's right, 2nd level spell.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I got that tracked correctly over here.
Okay, so we're going to pass through this room, and you would observe that all of the bodies of these wights you had to fight earlier are still here. They stink a little more. It's only been 2 days, but they're clearly in like re-decay since you've
Obsessed.
killed them again, as it were. And they're just kind of scattered here. Going through here now, we see that all those doors that had been opened are still opened. There wasn't really anything of note in this room. It was just basically a room of options to go into other spaces. And Bones is going to barrel through. Like he'll take a second to like sniff around the room and eventually get to the stairs and go, "Yup, this is the way to go." So he's going up the stairs and through this channel that you saw earlier. We end up here. Sorry, I've got to describe things and move the maps all at the same time. This room, you can see that the this pool with the pipes that are in the ceiling, like they come down the wall and have like a drainage outlet into this small pool, is like overflowing a little bit. What's everybody's passive perception again?
9.
9. Bones is 13.
Okay.
18.
23.
19, 23. Bost?
19.
19. Okay.
If you add Alaska's and Bones, they still don't get to Odysseus.
In this particular room, you had a fight.
Yes.
And you ended up killing a multitude of cultists and wizards.
Oh,
You
they're
can
not here.
Yeah, those all of you actually can like see like dried up blood stains on the floor, pieces of cloth from robes that would have ripped off from like slashing attacks and things like that. But other than that, it seems like this room has been like cleared out, like almost intentionally cleared out, not just like we left, but like cleaned out. And Bones is going to continue through this door to the north. I'll move you guys here. So the door you came through was to your west here, and then you went up some
Okay.
stairs and took a hard right to get into this room with one body on the ground. And Bones stops
kill
here
this
and like starts openly panting and wagging his tail like, I found it, this is it.
body?
Alaska will hop off and
Yes, body.
well, Alaska's gonna hop off and give him a good boy snack.
Nice.
Little Scooby snack.
Who's gonna go touch the body first?
Because like I can't, I would, but I'm dealing with, I can't also go. Yeah.
Odysseia will. She's going to
Alright.
pull the hood back on the body. Did we kill this person?
You did not.
I think
You're pulling the hood back. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
I
Like
want
Like
to
an
know if
actress
it's the
named
woman.
Indira.
Yeah, is this the
Yeah.
actress we're looking for?
Ah. It is clearly a man, so no.
Fuck.
Okay.
So the bloody cloth is not
her
hers.
blood.
And
Odysseia, with your
maybe-
passive perception of stupidly high,
Yes.
this guy is like he's bloody all over, but mostly from his arms, where you can see the sleeves were basically ripped off like halfway up the forearm, and you can see slash marks that basically draw like almost from the elbow to the wrist, and you'd piece together that this was probably the result of an injury from getting that trap door slammed on his hands as he was reaching into it.
Okay. Okay. One second. Oh my god. I am trying to think of what we could do here. Because I have speak with dead, but if he's hostile to us, he won't do anything.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But so we haven't been in this room and we didn't kill this guy.
Correct.
Can I see how he died? Is there any can I investigate and try to figure
I'm
out
assuming
how
he
he's
bled.
dead?
It sure seems like he bled out in the arms.
Medicine check.
And the poison that was on them.
Medicine check.
Oh, right, there was poison.
Hmm.
That doesn't affect me.
Oof, rough. An 11. He dead.
Well, he did.
He did.
He dead. That's what I got. This man dead.
Who's got two
God,
thumbs and is dead? That guy.
Four.
But he can't show us because he's dead.
I don't even know if he's got two thumbs. He got real slashed up.
Yeah. Okay. So basically what you guys are saying. It would seem fairly obvious that he either bled out or died from the poison, or probably some combination of both. These wounds on his arms are like catastrophic, and it seems pretty
Okay.
obvious that no attempts at either healing magic or like physical medicine were even attempted.
Sure.
Okay. Shit.
Why?
Well, I mean, the good news is Bones did a great job of taking us to the owner of this piece of cloth. It is unfortunately not the person we were looking for.
I
why-
guess. Why? Yeah. Why were the other bodies taken and this one not?
Maybe they didn't know about it.
That's a good question. And why was why did he set off the trap if he was one of them? How did that happen?
In the trap was. Hang on.
It was the harp, this cloth,
And some papers.
which
The
we
notes
have.
That's the whole.
the papers that
Had-
you now have. Yeah.
Plans. So, okay, hang on. In the notes, it had plans, detailed plans to trap the actress because she has a secret. And her
About
secrets will be a
never
worthy
Ember.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
Do those plans include where they were going to keep her?
And
They
we didn't look through them.
well, I think Odysseia did.
Yeah, I have that we looked through the notes.
Okay.
Yeah, so the plans included bringing her to this very cavern and
Right.
performing a ritual to extract her secret for the Lord Vecna.
Does it have a map?
Not a map. It does mention the ritual chamber though,
Okay.
which
Oh,
would be
God.
obvious to you because you have been there. and
Right.
Did
Yeah,
a fight.
we know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but Eldon was in there and she wasn't,
Yeah,
She might
but
have
maybe
been-
she was done first.
Right.
or was around. Oh, back to the ritual chamber, I guess.
I think so.
You want to check these other doors first, just to make sure there's no others that
Yeah,
we
we-
don't know about.
Yeah, might as well.
Oh God, there's so many doors. Fuck.
Yeah, and
knock,
so
knock.
reminder, this is an area that you have not been in. The path you
Yeah.
took your first time here was just south of these stairs was that room you had the fight against multiple wizards and minions.
Sure.
Basically southwest of there is where you've been.
Yeah.
So everything north and west right now is new territory for all of you.
Well, everybody take a door.
Yeah.
I'll,
guess
I'll
so.
head
Oh
down
my god,
so,
we can.
so everybody can.
I'll take this guy.
This one. Oh God.
One,
I
two, three.
guess
Open our
we go.
doors if we can.
Open the doors.
Okay, I need to. Oh, I didn't have this map pulled up. 1 second.
I have a closet.
I have a closet.
I got a room with another door that probably hooks to another door.
Which door am I at?
Whichever
I
one
don't
you
have a
want.
door- I don't have a door yet.
We opened the door together.
I think there's more down this way.
Is one that's open. Actually, I can just see into the ritual chamber from here,
Ah.
actually.
Ah!
Does everyone have this door?
Ah! I went through a wall. Sorry,
Oh, no.
my computer's going crazy today.
Where did Sam go?
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're gonna pause here. Odysseia,
Yeah.
you see in this very small, very dirty room, several
Ew.
urns that lie shattered across the floor, and they're amid heaps of ash and bone dust.
Oh dear.
Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops, not that one.
Ah.
You see in this room metal plates all around, and within them are etched hundreds of names. A lot of them are like scratched over and unreadable. And what's your passive perception again?
9.
9. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of like scratch marks on the floor too. So like scratch marks in metal on the nameplates on the walls, or not nameplates, but plates with lots of names on them each on the walls, as well as like gouges in the stone floor. And the map is actually pretty accurate for what I'm trying to describe here. You can see the
There-
gouges
there's-
on the floor.
Do the gouges look like Alaska's seen a rune before? Probably. Do they look like they could be trying to do a rune?
Make an Arcana check.
Hell yeah.
Whoops.
17?
Ooh.
Okay. It takes you a few seconds to like take it all in, but they really don't and you're confident about this, they don't look
Cool.
like runes. They look more random than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it look like fighting?
More like fighting than runes for
Cool,
sure.
cool, cool. Okay.
Um,
She fighting.
Kazan.
Is it like a columbaria or something like that?
Let's have you make a investigation check.
Cool.
Like a what?
It's where you store cremated remains.
Oh,
It's like
yours.
instead
Okay.
of. Oh no, I was
Okay.
because you have all the names and stuff, but I think mine is all of the urns got taken from your room and smashed.
Right. Okay. Investigation 15. This looks
Pretty
more like the gouges on the floor look more like the result of either fighting or possibly like angry creatures thrashing about.
Oh jeez.
Kazan, you are there. Okay, so wait, really? Yes. Okay, so the door opens up and like a few inches into it, it sinks down into a pit that's like 2 feet deep. And this is an absolutely filthy latrine, and the stink is just overwhelming.
I fully just slammed the door shut. As soon as that's my note. It's like an audible slam too, like it's obnoxiously loud.
Nice. So Cass finds a toilet.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, nothing to see over there, and I'll start making my way back over here.
Was there anything new open? Oh, yes. Boss, you find what looks like little more than a closet. And like peeking in, you can see a bedroll on the left there. But there's nothing else in this room.
Rough.
Clear.
Clear.
Nice.
We're good.
Looking at our time, guys, I'd actually like to pause one more time. Let's take one more quick break. I'd like to try to go for like 1 per hour or so.
Right.
So we're gonna pause here. We'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
Drones in Russia? This is pretty big news. I haven't heard a goddamn word about it. Sorry, Dad.
All right,
Yeah.
and we're back. Jeez, that's funny.
Dad's a
Uh,
drone.
Yeah, that'll probably be me someday. I can't make too much fun. Anywho,
We'll all get there. It's
we
fine.
are we are back. Exploring the caverns of the Hallex Mausoleum again, trying to find
A dead body.
our missing Indara. We have been told is dead. Yes. I don't know why I said it like that.
A
Don't
maybe,
give
yeah,
me
a
hope.
maybe.
Don't give me
dead
But,
hope.
yeah.
Allegedly
She's alive.
dead.
Just
Allegedly.
God, let her
Wicked.
be alive.
Not a
Allegedly.
real
Knowing that nobody trusts anything at a D&D table, I shouldn't have said it like that. But yes, there obviously no reason that Illustrial would have like hidden something about that statement. She has declared that this person is dead. But
The
we're
same
We
here.
person
found a
that-
different person dead.
But you did find a different person dead here, and
but the person
you're
that-
essentially trying
specifically
to
the
find a
person that-
body.
But it was the person that the harp belongs to is dead, so it still could not be her. But I'm pretty
And
sure. it's
well,
her.
she said that the harp belonged to Indira, so
Did
I
she
think
say that?
Yes.
What a bummer.
she did say that.
You have
Well,
pieced together from what Illustrial has told you and what you have found for yourselves. The harp does belong to Indara, and using that to attempt scrying, Illustrial has declared that Indara is dead, but has not been able to tell you where the body is because the spell she did doesn't work like that. And Bones has confirmed for you that the cloth you found in the same pit as the harp belonged to this now dead cultist.
Well, fine. Good job, Bones.
So we've just got to figure out which heaven, hell, or middle place Indira
Right.
went to after she died, and then
Yeah.
bring her back.
Did we check all the rooms once already?
We checked.
We
Oh,
the-
opened our
Everyone
doors.
like had a door because I have a locked
Yeah.
door in here that Alaska's gonna yell about. Hey, there's a locked door in here. Does someone want to try and open it? I can. I just haven't like. I can open it if we need to.
I mean,
just
I
gonna,
could-
like run
I
in
can
there
open
and then
it.
look at it and just like shake her head like,
Oh, I've been saying Indara. You have been saying it correct. It's Indrina.
Okay, cool. Because I was
Indrina,
like,
that's what it
Indri-
is.
because I was like, there's not enough
Indrina.
A's in that to make that Indara. But I was like, all right.
Yeah. No, my bad.
I feel like Alaska's not over it, but she's like, all right, we need to get this done. So she's gonna pull a key out of her out of her bag. Where are you? Boopity boop. And as an action, she's just gonna like squeeze it, and it's gonna knock really loud, just make a really loud boom noise, and the door's gonna open.
All right.
Nice.
I have a warrior's pass key.
that's
Hold
very
on.
Sick
cool.
as hell.
I think I might have gone into a room that I wasn't supposed to. I went down some stairs.
No, you're fine. You would recognize this
Okay.
as the room you came through here with Bones
Ah.
earlier. You basically backtracked.
Okay, cool.
Copy. Okay.
This
great.
was the room that you guys had like a big fight in, and there's like blood stains on the floor, but
Great.
and like pieces of cloth, but nothing else.
Okay. I was looking for you guys, and it was dark.
Would you like me to put your token in the right place?
Yes, please.
Okay. No problem. All right.
Only because my computer's like, with everything I've got open right now, it's running a little
Yep.
slow.
Got it. Okay. Well, you should be here with everybody now. Alaska and Odyssea. This room it like smells like a sewer. It's very not well kept.
Yeah.
There is a ruffled bedroll up in the northwest corner there, and some mostly empty holy shit words, like platters, which would have been obviously like food, and
Is
some
this where
cups.
creepy monsters were? The weird mind monster creature things?
Mind
Oh,
monster?
were they Gnostics?
Oh
That was the thing.
no, they were in the big ritual room.
Okay, but they didn't like store them here until it was ritual time.
Oh, make an
That might-
investigation check.
I just because there's like the fighting thing outside. I'm just like maybe.
Right.
I'm just curious.
17. You would actually get a good sense that this is where a prisoner would have been kept. Possibly
That's what I-
even
that
the
was
one
my
you're looking
assumption.
for.
Oh shit. Okay.
Bummer.
Damn. We see a script somewhere.
Because she's an actress. I got how you were going.
Oh, was that a question?
No, that was just a joke.
Oh,
It was a joke.
It was literally just a joke. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Yeah. You
I
see like a
guess-
posting for a casting call.
Yeah. Just like, don't forget, there's an audition.
Yeah. A pair of DeLucas.
There's a flash drive with like her reel. Okay, so we know we have to.
So back down the
Keep
stairs, or were
going, I
there
guess?
somewhere else? So were there other doors?
Well,
Did we
there's
get all
the
the
like
doors?
this way. There's a hallway next to where the toilet was that Kaz found. Oh god, there's so much happening.
You
Alright,
had
I'll just wander the
I believe-
hallway real quick.
you had seen this hallway before, but just to sort of level set / remind you guys, this door right here is where you had come out and went immediately all the way south into that ritual room.
Mm.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is just like a loop up above that area.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
And these open areas are, long and short of it, is empty crypts. You know, this whole space was
Gotcha.
started as mausoleums, and these
Sure.
are crypts that were prepared but are otherwise empty.
Okay.
So this
Oops. This-
this door was the one that come on, boop boop. There we go. That was the door that led us into the ritual space.
This door was into the whoops. This door directly south was into the ritual space.
Okay.
This door just before it is the one that, like, you came out of those inner rooms and followed the guy that ran away.
Sure.
Right,
And then
right.
south from there is where you went.
All right. So into the ritual space then, team.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Oh no, I've lost everyone again.
Over here.
Um, to Pumpkin and Boss to your west and then south.
Yeah.
Again,
I'll move you.
Do,
thanks. Do you see where I even am?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All of the bodies are gone. Everything's gone.
Yes. So,
Fuck.
Fuck.
Odyssia, with your passive perception of stupid again.
Yes, yes, of course. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much.
No, nothing to be sorry about.
She can make it worse. I've seen worse.
Excuse me. It's clear to you that this place has been pretty much hastily but semi-thoroughly cleared out.
Okay.
The one body that Bones led you to was kind of out of place compared to the rest of this place. And the one thing that you would notice about this room, other than the fact that it's been, like I said, pretty thoroughly cleared out, is a pile of ash kind of in a circular pattern on the ground in the middle of this room. And you track that, you know, when you look up to see what's above you is the cage that you found Eldon in.
Fuck.
And there is a sort of conal pile of ash in that cage.
I don't want it. I'd like a refund.
Can I cast Identify on the pile of ash?
I mean, that's yeah.
You can. Nothing happens.
What?
Let me reread Identify to make sure, but if I am correct, nothing happens.
If it is a magic, I learn its properties, whether it requires attunement. If the item was created by a spell, you learn
So
what
she-
spell created it.
So
Like
if she got
employee
spell
disintegration.
murdered,
She got spell murdered.
I am a fan of an argument to make that a thing, so yes.
You got hit by
I like to
disintegration
rule of
ray.
cool as much as I can. Okay, yes. This pile of ash. When you let's make this fun. You cast identify on this, and you feel. Do you remember when I described when you disrupted the ritual? You all felt like you had this sort of like crack in your sternum, like something struck you in your sternum. That point for all 5 of you at the same time kind of like throbs, like almost like it cracked again.
Mm.
And Odysseia, you would get a flash just for a moment of a woman in like thrashed and trashed clothing in this cage, just kind of like gripping on the cage and like pleading outward, with several cultists doing a familiar ritual incantation around her, and she eventually, just like with a single tear down her cheek, closes her eyes and from head to toe just disintegrates into ash. And you would get this gut feeling that the ritual that you had interrupted with Eldon was performed with her here.
Got it.
Before Ellen got there?
No. Based on the pile of ash being in the state it's in, it'd be pretty obvious that this happened after.
So there were more people that came back and redid the ritual because we killed everybody in that room.
You killed everybody that
But
you
we
saw.
didn't go up above where people probably were.
There were people up there?
There
Probably. In the room with all the urns, was there an empty urn that was unbroken?
They were all broken.
Shit.
I have a
I have a tinder box.
That's
Probably not very
probably
big.
not big enough.
I have my 400 gold piece box that I use as a spell component for my golem.
I have like a vial, I think.
I have no idea what you guys are trying to do. 3
We're
of you
trying
are
to scoop
I
her up.
want to take her remains to her family.
Oh,
Trying to find a container to put her ashes in.
Okay.
I knew
Jesus,
immediately what you
man.
were looking for when you said, "Is there an
If-
extra urn?"
Got
If
it.
someone wants to take one of my tinctures, we can put her in a tincture bottle.
How big are your tincture bottles?
I mean, they're
very-
tincture
yeah.
bottles.
Yeah.
Also vial size. I mean,
Um,
I think it's
do have
10.
that.
Yeah,
I was
I have
gonna
a
say, I do have that
censure.
locked box.
I could dump out the shit in my censure.
I think I have like a tankard, like an empty tankard in my items somewhere, and I'm trying to figure that out.
I know I'm trying really hard not to like put her in a wine skin because I don't want her to
Yeah,
get.
I also have a
Don't
water
do
skin.
that. Oh God, I want like I don't want to leave her here, even though she's gone.
Totally.
That feels really fucked up.
How about okay. Boss has a scarf, like a very long scarf around her neck, right? That she always just sort of has in case someone is cold.
Mhm.
Cute.
So she unwraps her scarf, lays it out, and starts, filling the scarf with
Yeah.
the
The
ashes, and then ties it into a very intricate knot to make sure that everything stays.
Sure.
And that's how,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how we'll get her out of here.
yeah.
That sounds
and
good.
then when we get her to where we need, to where she needs to be, we can find a more appropriate
Vessel.
There's
Okay.
still ash in the cage, isn't there?
Yes.
Um, Boss, I have a small pouch of pixie dust if you would like to fly up and collect the rest of the ashes.
What?
He's gonna make you fly so you can get the rest of the stuff that's still out there.
Ah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull out the pouch of pixie dust I have and sprinkle it on you, and you'll be able to fly for a minute. Or let me double check that that's a minute.
Think so. I think fly's a minute. Or it could be 10.
Mm-hmm. Yep, flying speed of 30 feet for 1 minute.
So you're doing that to go collect the ashes from the cage?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
So Boss collects everything that she possibly can in her oversized scarf.
Cute.
Imagine like giant infinity scarf, right?
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna interject here to plop in a reminder for 4 of you, and Vic, first time running with me, just as a heads up for situations like this. I am not the kind of DM that goes, ha ha ha, they missed a thing, I'm gonna punish them for it. This is much more like the world around you continues as you continue as well, and there were. You
Sure.
can surmise in character there were areas that you had not gotten to before that big fight in the ritual room, and the prisoner was here, and there is a series of if-thens that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not a punishment for anything, but yes, Indrina was killed in this ritual, and that is a result of just something got missed.
God damn it. Well, that sucks. I guess we should go to the Lord. I don't think there's anything else here for us.
Oh, should we double check the genie and make sure that our genie friend also got out? I don't remember if we. did
Yeah,
that
I
first.
want to check in with the fish
Cool.
man and be like, "Are you good? They're gone, potentially dead."
Yeah.
So I don't know how we get back to him, and I'm a little worried about the water overflowing in that other room.
I mean, he's a water genie.
Well, no, but like, is he not controlling it anymore?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
They didn't kill him. He's probably fine.
Do you want to, this is not meant to be a leading question in any way. Do you want to just have me plop you in that area and talk through what happens, or do you want to like slowly track through room by room?
Swap was there.
Yeah, plop it.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, because if they've cleared everything out, I don't think there's anything else we're gonna find down here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Yep. Spoiler alert. The place has been very cleared out. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
Except for that one dead guy, and I'm kind of thinking that was just to appease the fact that Bones rolled the natural 20.
No, there was actually a thing about that.
Oh.
We didn't investigate that body.
I mean,
you did.
We did, but why was he left
Reasonably
there and no one
speaking,
else
there's no. Let's have you make an insight check.
like he doesn't have a diary.
ouch, ouch, I'm bleeding out. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
17.
Here. Okay. 17 on insight check. There's basically 2 scenarios that would come to mind for Odysseus.
Okay.
Basically, like, for some reason, maybe he was left here, like, as a punishment or something along those lines, or he elected to stay behind and died of his wounds. Like, in either scenario, just died of his wounds. But, like,
Okay.
why is the one person here would have been intentional in some way, whether by
Okay.
his choosing or the cultist, wouldn't really be clear, but Okay, we are now in the room that you met your genie friend.
Best friend.
And it is, aside from a few like random gears and bolts and pieces of metal equipment, like scraps basically, it is empty.
As in, like, he packed up and left?
Make a history check. Anybody that would like to glean some in-character insight about this, make a history check.
I'm going to instead give advantage to Odysseus.
I got a 28.
I'll see if you can roll higher, baby.
Okay, let's try it.
Go for the
Ooh.
31.
That's a shot.
22. 28. 28 is best.
Nice. Okay, so Odysseus, you are
Yeah.
aware of several characteristics of genies. There's basically like one type of genie per element: fire, earth, water, air. And they can vary in like their power, but overall their like abilities are similar. They really just like vary by the element that they are bound by. And their powers and abilities can also vary in potency and strength depending on where they are. They're always going to be at their best when they're in their plane of existence, like a water genie would be at its best in the water plane, and anywhere else would be kind of diminished. It is also not uncommon practice for people think people like in your kind of position. You know that you're like people in this world, but you're much more powerful than the average person.
Right.
You're not like on the level of Mordecai and Illustrial and Tasha, but you are very strong and powerful people. And people with that kind of ability and the right kind of magic can actually bind genies to a physical place. And it seems now more obvious to you than it would have been your first meeting that this genie was probably bound here, because if not, why would he be here with all that bothersome stuff happening around here? But
Right.
is now no longer so. Welcome to the Vecna
Okay.
one, where we lore dump for a lot
Literally
of stuff.
constantly? Yeah.
I love it.
Yup.
Is that good? I mean, it's probably good because he doesn't have to deal with all these cultists, but also, like, he was up to stuff.
He was part of the water
sure.
clock guild.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Their patron or something.
What?
I said, or like their patron, like if
Patron of the water
like,
clock
he-
guild.
Yeah, he might have been like, "Oh, make sure that you get money for doing this," or like whatever, or like they served him or something similar to that. Because if this is a thing that
I was going to say he was their
recognized-
union rep.
Yes, he was.
And I
Yeah.
can shout
Because if
benefits
it
beforehand.
Right. If it was a thing in Neverwinter, I doubt that it would be like a thing made fully of elemental creatures.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
In fact, you never Ember got the name right this time.
Yeah. Did we follow this weird little passage before?
It is a dead end.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I
did
believe
see
you
that.
did confirm that last time you
Oh,
were here.
cool. Okay. I guess we continue and tell him what we found.
I think along the way, I would probably stop into a place that would have like an actual vessel for
Yeah.
remains.
Buy an urn on the way.
hmm
Yeah.
And I would use all of my people quote unquote skills to get that at preferably no price.
Yeah, we've got a lot between the two of us, we've got significantly more people skills than we have passive perception.
Right.
Are we like hand waving that, like just as a thing we want to do on the way, or do you want to like intentionally go into a store and role play bartering? I'm good either way.
Yeah, I'm fully down to roleplay, especially if it's like a contested thing that would happen. But like I don't want to like take time away from like the bigger plot, so. I'm
Okay,
good
so
if we're
you're
not-
just trying to barter for like basically an earn.
right.
Okay.
Uh,
Is there anything else people want to do here before we go back to the surface and handle that?
I
I'm
guess
good.
the only thing is the water clock working fine? Because we saw that there was the water in the like cafeteria area was kind of overflowing. Like,
Oh, yes. So if you would investigate that, you would know that there's a room to the west and a room directly to your north with those
Yeah.
pressure valves.
Oh, yeah.
And they would be slightly altered from where you had seen them at first. But you would also recall your instruction from the genie that in order to like drive the cultists out, you could try just maxing them all out and flooding the place. That has not been done.
okay.
I mean, do we
But
want
they're
to flood?
releasing- Do we want to flood? I mean, it's also still like a family's mausoleum that has like a really unpleasant culty basement. And I don't know if we would be flooding the culty basement or the mausoleum.
That's fair. So maybe no.
I think we're good just leaving
Cool.
it how it is.
I think if we yeah. I mean, it looks like it'll flood slowly.
Sure.
Some rising damp.
Okay.
Can I investigate why they're like I don't know. It feels weird that like he's gone and it's slightly changed, but it's not extremely changed. It just feels off. I might be paranoid.
Make an insight check.
Okay. Sorry.
You don't have to apologize. This is the game. Ask questions, do
23.
things. Yeah. Okay. 23. So as I said earlier, you guys are a band of far higher than average capability and knowledge and experience. It would seem that the cultists that did remain here. So, sorry, I'm going to backtrack. When you interrupted the ritual and killed off all those cultists, you were like immediately just shunted away.
Yeah.
From the perspective of anybody that would have been here that didn't directly see what happened, they would have like, what's going on? And gone into the ritual room and seen all of their companions dead and no evidence of how or why. They probably would have been like, shit, something's going on. Quick finish their business and get out of Dodge.
Right. Okay.
So it seems like that's probably what happened with any nefarious people that would have remained here when you just like accidentally just disappeared. And they just got out. As far as the valves and the water situation, that is a lot more difficult to like, you don't really know much about it. So like what's going on there, you just really wouldn't know.
Okay.
And the genie thing is basically, as I said before, it seems like he was bound here at one point, no longer is, and he pieced out too.
Cool. Okay. Let's go bargain and earn.
All right, so we're going back to the surface / to town. Where is my did I not have a Neverwinter map?
I don't think we have a map of, maybe not.
Think
I don't
so.
think that there was one in the module. I think we might have just found one and we're like, here it is.
I thought
Yeah.
I found
know-
one and had it, but
We could put her in the gold helmet we found.
Oh, sure.
I just realized we didn't even need to put her in your scarf bust. We could have just put her in the helmet.
I don't know if the helmet may not have a lid, so maybe we put the scarf inside of the
Oh.
helmet together.
Yeah,
so
just
that
as
it
like,
has a hard casing.
safety.
Okay, where are we?
'Cause I remember we found a lot of shit at that one
Yes.
place.
We are up here. Okay. Like I said, Roll20 got a lot of stuff updated, and I didn't see it until today. So we're just
Okay.
gonna do this.
Beautiful.
Party Gandalf is at the location of you guys. And we're no longer in a creepy cave, so let's do this. Hello?
Hello?
There we go. That's good enough. All right, so we're now in the city of Neverwinter.
Cool.
Going straight to the castle, right? Sounded like
Correct.
you guys wanted to go
As
straight
long
to
as-
Neverwinter.
As long as we can get the urn out, then I get the
Yeah.
urn and
Yeah.
transfer those over.
Oh yeah, so let's do a quick persuasion check for Kazan to see how well you barter for a price.
I feel like given the situation, Kazan would much more prefer to intimidate whoever is trying to sell
Ooh,
it
okay.
and be like, you're keeping people from fully experiencing their rights. RITES, not RIGHTS.
Wow.
Nice.
Are you
you'll
just
give me this.
bullying a Potter?
I'm.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm very much
Okay, I
like,
think-
you're
I think this is-
profiting
I think
off of
this is a-
loss.
I think this is a bit that we do. Like, we good cop, bad cop it, and then I'm gonna come in and do like my apologies and blah 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 blah, and then like use my performance. Can I use my performance or my persuasion to give him advantage on the intimidation?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Hell
This is perfect for keeping in mind that Kazan is a lawful evil, right?
Chaotic evil. is what I
Chaotic evil? Yeah.
rolled
This is
two
great.
19s, God damn it. Yeah.
So sorry,
cool.
what was the result?
I got a 19 on both of them.
Okay.
Not pop up over here.
So this Potter is basically going to concede like just cover the cost. Like cost of good
Sure.
to make this at a copper.
I'll pull out a gold piece and then watch them count my change back to me.
It's gonna be this awkward like
Jesus Christ.
counting out the silver and copper as change and like looking at the rest of you like what the fuck is this?
Great. Cool. And then
I
I
think-
jaunt out of the place that we're
After he leaves, Alaska fully slips an entire gold across the table and be like, "Thank you so much. I apologize for his behavior," and then gets back out of there.
Excellent.
I think this is the first time. Like, I guess Never Ember would have been like the most sass up until this point that anybody has seen Kazan give to literally
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah. Logan, by the way, I think your mic is a little. Are you going with this mic right here?
Yeah, this one.
It's a little far away from you. You're a little quiet.
Oh, one sec. Okay. I'll double check my audio because it might have switched for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That sound any better? Whatsoever?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool.
All right, so we are back to the castle, where you are welcomed in. The guards seem to recognize you. They've got your think like slightly less extravagant than the gold cloaks in Game of Thrones, like the King's Guard kind of thing. So several of them will recognize you, welcome you in, and you are brought into the Commons chamber with Lord Neverember. He's not accompanied this time by priests. It's just him, and he just welcomes you in. My friends, I was so worried. Eldon came in and described all of the horrors that he had seen, and apparently you all just disappeared. I feared the worst.
Well,
And
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
if you're totally good if you wanna.
Well, we were a bit, we We moved around a bit. Let's just say that.
It seems you're all unharmed and in good health, yes?
For the most part.
My lord, we do bring bad news.
On
We
with it
only
then.
were able to bring 3 of the asked for people back alive. And I think Odysseus just going to gesture to Kaz, who I assume has this
Urn.
pot that
Yeah.
he has bullied out of a potter in their hands, and be like, unfortunately, Indrina was killed, and we were unable to save her.
It seems that in our accidental teleportation to a different plane, we were unable to return as quickly as we wanted to, and thus some time was taken away, and we could not sufficiently protect her.
This is most unfortunate. However, the safe passage of the other 3 is honorable, to say the very least, and most heroic of you to achieve. It's unfortunate that Indrina could not be returned safely, but this is... You're sure these are her remains?
Yes. Yes, we are.
We have
Very
it
well.
on good authority.
I can see to it that these remains make it to her next of kin, and we can arrange any ceremony that they might request. What's everybody's passive insight again?
9.
18.
18.
23.
9, 9, 18, 18, 23. Okay.
Yep.
Kazan and Odyssea, you'd
Kazan,
basically...
Alaska?
Sorry, Kazan, Alaska. You pretty much just like take him at his word.
Yep.
Like all of this seems like normal for, oh, this person died, let's find their next of kin, pass off their remains, blah blah blah. So like everything is in order as far as you're concerned with that. What's up?
I was gonna say, I think even fully taking him at his word, Kazan would interrupt and be like, I'm sorry, but I believe it would be better if we were to at least deliver her. We can leave the bureaucracy to you, but just to ensure that she is delivered in a timely manner, I think it would be best if we did such an act.
I see no reason that we shouldn't allow that. That seems fine to me. You have served the people around you admirably and heroically. I believe that would be appropriate. And so, Bast, Odysseus, and Pumpkin, you would get some further insight into all of this does feel genuine. Like Lord Neverember is, on one hand, yes, kind of doing his duty and handling business, but you're confident that he is like genuine about let's do the things that we should do. Let's honor this person. Let's make sure that the family is up to speed with what happened, and there's closure with like handing off her remains. All of this is genuine. And he goes, Oh, go ahead.
There's no one else in the room, right? Is it
Just
him?
the 6 of you, yes. The 5 of you and him, yes.
The 5 of us and him.
Yes.
My lord, there's something that you should know. And Odysseus is going, knowing that like the vibe check, he is completely legit.
Mhm.
She's going to message just him and say, I believe this woman had a secret about you, and that was why she was taken.
Oh.
Okay. Over the table, help me out with what you're going for here.
I just want to know, like, A, is he going to be like, oh, fuck? But also, B, like, if he knows other people, like, that's kind of thing of, like, maybe was he being blackmailed by her? And then additionally, are there other people who have like, it seems like the fact that she had a secret about him is why she was taken. And so it's like,
sure.
will he be able to tell us if like he knows about that, or if anyone else, like, he's got to have informants. He's the leader of a city. Like, I guess it's more like, does he know she had a secret on him? We think this is likely why she was taken, because the secret is the sacrifice. I'm assuming that secrets about powerful people are more valuable.
Okay.
Because like a secret like I wet my pants in middle school is not as juicy as like, I know that the lord of the city is doing something bad and could cause, like, I feel like there might be like a scale of the juiciness of a secret that might
Sure.
give it more power. And so I'm wondering
Sure.
if like he knows that she knew a secret, and if he does, if he has knowledge that the other people also had secrets about him.
Got it. Okay. And are you intentionally hiding this from your party member? Well, obviously you are. What is the reasoning behind that?
I am worried that there is someone who could hear this and has knowledge of the fact of, oh, this is so convoluted.
Sure.
Oh my
No,
God.
that
Sorry.
you're making sure no one else is in the room, basically. Like,
If he has knowledge of this person having a secret, he must have gained that knowledge from someone else.
Mhm.
That extra person may have informed the cult that this
Okay.
secret is in existence. If that person now finds this out, that could make people a target.
Got it.
So it's basically like, I will let you guys know in a second. I'm sorry. I just need to make sure that like nothing, like this won't become something that will cascade into violence and death, especially if someone in contact with the cultists now knows who we are because we have been employed by the Lord, and Bast's family lives outside the city.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for explaining all that.
Sorry.
No, you're
yeah.
good.
I was like,
You're
I knew exactly where you were
Convoluted.
going.
Okay, so Pumpkin and Bost, you will notice a moment between Odysseia and Lord Neverember of like, they kind of make eye contact, like nonverbal communication is happening right now. It's very brief. And what are your passive insights? Just the two of you?
18.
Same.
18
Same.
and 18? Okay. It's very brief, and there's like, you notice a moment of concern from Odysseia, and then kind of a shared moment of concern from Lord Neverember, and then immediately after he has this like brush it off, like actually not a big deal kind of thing. You will receive a response, Odysseia, of in the return message, I can assure you I have nothing to hide. And if that is of concern, please just ask. And then the conversation will just continue, and Lord Neverember will just start saying, I have arrangements to reward you for all you've done for us. Is there anything else that we can discuss before I present that to you?
Were there, and I understand if you might not know this information, but were you informed of the location by those who had already made it out of the cult's grasp? Were you informed of where they had come from?
Over the table. Do you mean like?
I'm trying to get him to acknowledge that they were at the Hallex Mausoleum without me using that location.
Oh yeah, he was the one that pointed you to the Hallex
He
Mausoleum in
told
the
us to
first
go
place.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure that was consistent. Okay.
Oh yes, he will confirm
then-
that. Yes.
Okay. And have you seen any figures leaving, maybe in groups or pairs or some, just a large number of people leaving that area within the past day.
A 107 people.
Two of
Those are
our
all
knights,
doubles.
Fuck.
two of our knights guard over the last evening did observe several people leaving Neverwinter in the night. It's kind of it was a little bit out of character for the time of evening that they left, but outside of the city walls there was no pursuit made and no observation of anyone returning. So we didn't think that to be of any concern.
It would be divine for you to put us in contact with those, with the guard who witnessed that, in order to get a general sense of the details of what they had seen and the direction that they were going in. Because we do believe that that was the group of cultists that are responsible for these abductions, and now clearly the death of at least one person.
A good plan and idea for sure. I can summon them from their shift this evening to join us here if that would be all right.
Wonderful. If I'm going to say this because Chasm will be able to do it in a more tactful way than I'm about to describe it.
Okay.
But I will say perhaps it could be just the two of us, or you said it was 2 guards, correct?
2 guards, yes. The 10d20 was the 10 potential guards that could have seen something, and 2 of them
Right.
did.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
then so yeah, they would say perhaps it would just be the 3 of us having a conversation to reduce to make sure that you are safe, knowing that you do not know any of this knowledge. But Kazan would say it in a way that's less of a request and more of a, we are going to talk alone, you will not be there.
Ooh, okay. And you mean by the 3 of us, you mean you and the 2 guards?
Yep, me and the 2 guards.
All right, make an intimidation check.
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
gonna help you with this one.
Okay,
19.
now, anyone in the party who might disagree with only Kazan talking with these 2 guards, you need to make a... Oh, how do you pose intimidation?
Constitution.
Christmas save?
I'm gonna say wisdom check for this one.
Wisdom check?
Yes.
Wisdom
check, not
check?
save. Yes.
If it would
Oof.
help, because I know I didn't really roleplay that out well. I would want it to be clear that it's more of a, like, as long as it's not Neverember or like another official that's in the room.
Oh,
it
so
would
like,
be
party members okay, but not
Yeah,
them?
okay.
not
Got
them,
it, got it,
right,
got it.
right. And I
Yeah.
I did I suppose I did a poor
That-
job
that's okay.
explaining specifically what I wanted, but yeah, that is kind of the
We will-
main message of, like, just not you.
That's okay. That makes sense. So let's
Mhm.
do this. Okay.
Kind of a like don't summon them, we'll just go to their guardhouse kind of vibe.
Yeah, like
That could also be a thing.
the conversation needs to be just you and them and not
Right.
Never Ember or anybody else. Okay. He's gonna have a moment of, like, clearly, like, furrowing his brow, thinking about it. Like, what are you scheming here, kind of thing. And he's just gonna kind of stutter into, if it's for the sake of my safety and the safety of my employee, then yes, that just assure me that you're not going to harm anyone.
Oh, no, we're not looking to harm them. That is a full promise that I'm willing to make, because we are not looking to harm the innocent members of your guard.
Very well then. We can make that happen tonight.
I was about to insight check you, and then you're like, "We're not going to harm the innocent members," and I was like, "Nah, that's legit." I believe that out of Kazan.
Hell yeah. I didn't do that on purpose too. I was like, let me
Yeah.
Fluff it up a bit,
Like,
right?
do I
Yeah.
also believe that your description of innocence and my description of innocence are two different descriptions? Yeah, but
Yep.
Okay. Wonderful.
Okay.
We do appreciate your upfrontness, Lord Neverember.
Well, the feeling is mutual. I believe now is a good opportunity for me to present to you these. And he's going to pull out a small leather sack that contains several keys, and hands one to each of you. We have arranged for you to have permanently ownership of residences in this city for your gracious and heroic services to us. My guard will show you to each of them, and you will find them stocked with supplies to start, as well as the full employ of staff to keep them clean and kept as you would like, as long as you maintain ownership of them. They are yours in earnest, in perpetuity. Over the table, he has obviously presented you each with a residence in the city of Neverwinter.
sure.
For any of you who might not want to have permanent ownership of a residence in Neverwinter, could sell it. It could be a vacation home / second home.
Shit.
Fucking Airbnb. You just invented the Airbnb market in Neverwinter. So
and
you're the reason the housing market's tanking. Cool. Saying.
And yes, does include like staff to like cook, cleaning, landscaping.
shit.
Like think
How
all of
how
that.
large are these residences? Is it like
So
Is
this
this a
is
studio apartment or is this a full house?
they're houses, and it is up to you, the players, how you want them to. We're not going to say like full ass mansions. It needs to be in the like small individual person home to like single family large home. Nothing really more extravagant than that.
did you just buy Sam a house so that Pops to chill out a little bit?
Mm-hmm. And it's also up to you guys. Like, do you each want an individual home? Do you want to like be sharing a home with someone else? It's up to the five of you completely.
Wild.
I mean, I'm down for a party home, but like maybe it's like next door to, or like it's like a duplex with the like Campbell house.
It is also up
That'd
to
be
you
really
if you're like off on your own or in the vicinity of each other. Like all of this is
Sure.
up to you, and it is completely as written.
It's like the Richard Burton, Elizabeth Taylor, like the houses are across the street, but there are bridges connecting all of them.
Yeah. I mean, it makes more sense in general if like there's going to be like an amount of upkeep instead of someone having to visit 4 apartments that like they just visited one spot with like 5 solid bedrooms. 4 solid bedrooms, and then again, and also Boss's house.
And also bust.
I mean, Odysseia wants her own house.
We could also say,
Oh,
like,
okay, fine.
if all of you wanted it, it could be like one really big house with enough
Like a
space for each of
compound?
you individually. Yeah.
I mean, or it could be like a little commune, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
We just take up like one court. Each one
Yeah.
has their own
Yeah.
house.
Mhm.
and
yeah,
all
Yeah,
just
it's like
have
Big Love, where
summer
like the
barbecues in
in
the
front it's 3 houses, and in the back they all share a backyard.
yeah.
But keep in
That's
mind,
fine.
we all don't know each other super well, and I don't know if 3 days of adventuring equals us all being like commune time.
Right.
Like maybe
But,
we're
like-
neighbors.
Which is really funny because I was thinking of Kazan just totally giving his key or giving their key to like some like very clearly like a family that's very clearly not doing well while also maintaining all of the upkeep
I love
through their
that.
own.
I mean,
Fuck.
Cousin and I can
Uh.
hang. Like we could like we've traveled together for a while. I'm a tiny
Yeah,
person. We
exactly.
share an apartment. Like
Right.
That's so cute.
I do
I think that-
appreciate
that
like
would be the
giving up the
plan.
house on the president's dime is pretty nice. I like that.
It's like cool. Thanks for housing this family that like is unemployed because you're not managing your city well.
Nice.
Thick.
But
Stick it to the man.
and then I would end up writing like a very passive aggressive letter with that tone after.
Yup. Sounds about right.
Right.
uh,
I guess thank you, Lord. That's very nice.
Of course,
Um,
it's as far as I'm concerned, the least we can do for everything you've done for us.
Amazing. Wild.
All right. Well, why don't you all go speak with those guards? How about you all speak with those guards? I'll run home, have a chat with Nathan, and then Pumpkin, you bring them all over to the house. We'll have dinner and you can stay with us for the night. And we can all recoup in the morning and figure out where we're going from there. How does that sound to everyone?
Sure.
I think
sounds
Odysseus
lovely.
wants to deliver the remains and check in
Oh,
with
yeah.
Eldon. Just to be like, you were having a really bad time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I know you probably have a secret in your little brain and I want it.
We could potentially split off, like two of us do the delivering, two people do the seeing Alden, and Boss goes home.
for the
That works. So we've
Yeah,
got
'cause-
guards, delivery, and Eldon.
Oh, I forgot about guards.
yeah,
We
I
should probably
was-
do the guards first.
yeah.
So let's do this. Looking at our time, this is looking like a good point to call it a day. And let's behind the scenes after we close out on stream, let's map out what we want, like list out the things we want to do, and
Sure.
that will give me ample time to prepare for that for next time. Sound good?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. So we are going to be back in 2 weeks. Same bat time, same bat channel. Other than that, we do have All Hail the Queen continuing this Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Oh,
It's been on a small hiatus because of people being away for summer things, but we're going to be back with that. It's going to be a good time. Other than that, we'll see you back here in 2 weeks. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Everybody.